now they need to work on that processed sugar.
Dyes are being removed
we have
from
all
cereal?
kinds of sweeteners. We don't have to use refined sugar.
Brooke is telling us about candy and sweets in the news?
The move is driven by
I don't even know this fucking thing monetized.
growing health concerns and studies linking artificial dyes to behavioral issues in children. So that was the grounds to remove these dyes, is that we were poisoning our children and that it was causing ADHD, hyperactivity, depression, anxiety, obesity. I could go on. Diabetes in children.
Erectile dysfunction.
Thank God for RFK.
I don't know. What else, Brooke?
Glad to see him and Tulsi come to the right side. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Major food companies to remove all artificial dyes from its food in the U.S. I think they're planning to do this by 2026, but I could be wrong. Kraft Heinz announced on Tuesday that it would be removing artificial dyes from food and its products within the next 2 years. The General Mills announcing a similar measure the same day. In a press release on Tuesday, General Mills said that it's working to remove certified colors from K-12 school foods by the summer of 2026, and then all foods by the end of 2027. Wow.
Wow.
I wonder how much this is going to impact the grades. I really do. I wonder if we look in 5 years and see if test scores have gone up, if the reading has gotten better, if the math has gotten better in the areas that's where the children are lacking. For those that don't know, like 1 out of 3 children cannot read right now. I wonder if we'll see a behavioral difference or like a psychological impact from them not having these dyes. I'm curious to see. Only one way to know. Look it up 5 years from now. The company said only a small portion of its and that would have to be, taking the food dyes out, that would have to be in unison with a better education system to actually see clear results. And I don't know when that's coming. Our education system is broken. Anyways, the company said only a small portion of its products are being affected, with 85% of its products being free from artificial food dyes. Kraft Heinz said that 10% of its products currently contain color additives, which are approved for use in food by the USDA, including brands such as Crystal Light, Jell-O, and Kool-Aid.
What am I gonna put? What do you guys want to look at? Brock?
The company's
all done up
decision
lately.
comes after Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. unveiled a plan in April to start phasing out 8 synthetic food dyes in America. What are those 8 dyes?
Club. What I say? Okay.
They're looking to revoke authorization for the 2 synthetic food dyes colorings to work with the food industry to eliminate 6 remaining synthetic dyes used in a variety of food products. Kennedy said the agencies had reached a, quote, understanding with major food companies to voluntarily remove artificial dyes from their products. It's unclear what action Kennedy could take if the companies do not comply. It seems like everybody's wanting to comply, though. Love that. Love that. I wasn't expecting that.
I gotta make this into a
One
short.
thing about these dyes is they absolutely make the food more addictive. That's probably one of the reasons that people continuously reach for it, you know? Shortly after Kennedy's announcement, Pepsi-Cola CEO said on an earnings call that the company had already begun phasing out artificial colors. In-N-Out, the burger joint, also announced in May that it was removing artificial dyes from their menu items. Other companies like Kellogg's have previously stated their products are safe for consumption and they are following federal standards set by the FDA. Last month, the FDA approved 2 dyes and expanded approval of a 3rd, meaning it can now be used in a wider range of food products. Some studies have linked dyes to behavioral changes in children as well as cancer to animals. It's crazy that they knew all of this and they still put it in the damn food, though. My mama used to complain about red dye 40. She wouldn't let us eat anything with red dye 40. I mean, she was like checking packages religiously. So if I remember that from the 90s, then there was absolutely some concern back then. Otherwise, my mother would have not been concerned. You know what I mean? So they've knew for a while that these dyes were bad and that they cause behavioral problems and they cause mental health problems in adults to be worse as well. It's crazy. They want us all sick. Y'all, so I saw this. So thank you to RFK for making change. And hell, look at this. It's only been like 6 months and him, Trump, and everybody is really making moves. So it's kind of shocking to see an administration working, because for so many years we didn't have an administration working, you know. They always campaign and say they're going to do something, and then they get in there and do the opposite. So I want to talk about this super yacht that is docked in San Diego, because this is a crazy story. So so there's a yacht. They call it a super yacht. The yacht is valued at approximately $230 million and has been the subject of a legal fight over ownership, with claims by both the government and a former executive of a Russian state oil company.
The song, like the Brooks song? DJ Alien Hippie. And it's called Dollar Gentle Debutante.
So this yacht was found docked. They didn't know who it was. The U.S. government got involved trying to figure out whose it was. Now they have obtained full ownership of this yacht. The U.S. government has obtained through the court the rights to sell this super yacht that they found docked in, I think, San Diego.
Looks like a lion's mane, a Farrah Fawcett mishap. Bronze as thick as armor, candy corn, leather skin from the sun. I shop at Dollar General, baby, collecting shit I don't need, it's so fun. Got my electrolytes, baby wipes, and Fabuloso stash, scored water razors and a Slim Jim, all for $12. Pretty girls always win. Cops keep asking what I'm doing around here, but I know they're sent by the haters that sneer. I cross my arms, disappointed and steer with my knee, ran about big farm and conspiracies on 5G. Fast food rappers sitting on the dash, changing vape pods while I avoid a crash. I got no money to pay my card that's due, then I cry. I'm starving with a half-eaten burger in view. Fueled by Popeyes and Bohang-Ulis, she'll school you hard with a greasy smirk. Sights the onion while she goes berserk. Sees a flash in the sky, look, it's a miracle. No, you dummy, it's just a SpaceX fumble. Talks about science, the war, and society. Smarter than everyone, but says fist the CEOs in Liberia. Rants about crime she never did commit. Brags about the one she did, can't quit. Her 2 kids taken by CPS and she's a 3-time felon. Doing the right thing will never quite click in that melon. Trash talks the LGBTQ community and illegal immigrants. They're stealing all the jobs, y'all, that's why I can't get hired. Then blocks everyone in her chat for trying to inspire. Co-sign my Chevrolet, now I call him my kidnapper every other day. Say he's stalking me while I hang in his yard, telling all of you tubies an abusive fucktard. Perverts and stalkers better watch your backs, cause I'll hunt you down. I got a knife for you, Jack. Y'all don't understand, they're all out to get me. Alley Financial won't stop harassing. Internet trolls won't wanna fuck me. Y'all are jealous. Creator on YouTube. I did not stab those bitches. They're liars. Liars! Liars! Randy's a monster. The cops are my stalkers. I got no money, but I'm doing better than y'all. I'm done. I'm done. You ain't taking me down. Like, subscribe, donate to my Cash App now. Pray for me, cause I need it. She's forgiven, not fluent. Mess her every word, still sounding truant. I'm the Dollar General debutante. No pets, no friends, just me and my vape. Preaching gospel and causing chaos on my live stream from my Chevy tailgate.
Whoa, whoops.
For insurance, like, it's kind of weird that the U.S. Supreme Court or the U.S. court threw out his claims to ownership. So, adding a twist to the Odyssey of the Armada, this second Russian that claimed the boat. I'm sorry, I can't say these Russian names. It's Khudainatovs. Good luck.
James
He
could
was
do it.
linked to another luxury
James would at least
yacht
try.
that corruption activists say, in fact, belongs to President Vladimir Putin. So,
Uh-oh. I don't like that name.
corruption
Maybe
activists.
Brooke
I don't even
does,
know
I
what
don't
that
know.
is. Can we stop making up degrees? They're trying to say that this is actually Vladimir Putin's boat. Confused?
Art, agricultural
Yes,
business degree.
The article says confused, question mark. Yes, I am. Can you help me? So the sanctioned billionaire, the United States and the European Union started sanctioning
Just a fancy
Russia
name for farmer.
oligarchies and Kremlin insiders in the wake of Russia's annex of Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula in 2014. U.S. government findings that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election spurred more sanctions. So this guy, Kerimov, who made his billions in oil trading and major holdings in the state, gas giant Gazprom, was targeted in both rounds of sanctions. In the wake of Russia's all-out invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022, Russian elites sought to shuffle assets and properties out of the sight of Western authorities who sought to tighten sanctions further. In May, authorities in the Pacific island of Fiji impounded the Armada on a U.S. warrant which charged that the boat was in fact owned by Kerimov. So the U.S. took the boat.
In the car,
Yeah,
I just can't
don't
wait.
understand. I mean, I do kind of, but... So they're saying that the boat
Culver's
was
is
in
good.
fact owned by Kerimov. So how do they have any legal right to take it? As part of a sanction?
Paleontology. Horticulture.
The boat was later driven across the Pacific Ocean and docked in San Diego shipyard, where it was forgotten. U.S. authorities have been seeking a court authorization to fully seize the vessel and then, in a likelihood, sell it. Lawyers challenged the U.S. seizure order, saying that both of these men is the ultimate owner of, or saying that the first guy, Khudainatovb, is the actual owner and not the other guy. This is complicated.
I'm not even paying attention to her, to be honest. Is it complicated,
So in
Brooke?
court documents, the
Maybe I should
U.S.
read something
government did
more
not
speed.
dispute that Khudain links to the vessel, but citing that the FBI's
Just gonna spell
affidavit,
that
they
word every
argued
time I see it.
that he was a proxy used to conceal Kerimov's ownership. So these guys, they're saying that these guys knew
Can't
each
we give
other.
them nicknames?
They were working in unison to hide the actual ownership
I'm
of
doing
the boat.
fox ears.
This is complex.
Remember in Wayne's World? He was like, Foxy. That's what she was doing.
A former top executive has long been associated with the company's CEO, a former CEO of Igor Sechin, a former intelligence agent who is believed to be in Putin's inner circle. He has been sanctioned by the European Union, but not the United States. In 2023, Forbes estimated that he was worth at least $2 billion, and it attributed the wealth to long relationship with Putin and Sechin, who is probably some evil guy because his name's in the same sentence with Putin. Birds of a feather flock together. The Armada isn't the only luxury motor yacht he's
probably evil because he's in the same sentence as Putin?
linked to. Evidence attached to the FBI affidavit in the Fiji proceedings showed that Armada
She's the most goofiest fucking investigator ever. She's the worst investigator ever.
was managed by the Imperial Yachts, a Monaco-based company that was hit with sanctions last year. So, could it be that they were trying to hide this boat because they were scared to lose it? I don't know. I don't understand these things. The company provides yacht-related services to Russia's elites, including those in President Putin's inner circle. The Treasury Department said the Russian CEO of Imperial Yachts was also sanctioned. Can't say his name either. Imperial Yachts oversaw the construction of the 140-foot, $700 million Senator's aides, which activists from the late anti-corruption crusader claim belonged to Putin. So they're thinking that this boat belonged to Putin. Well, he ain't gonna be happy that his $325 million yacht is being seized by the U.S. government.
Oh, she's loading. Or maybe she's dead.
It's gonna be
Oh,
sold. Let's see here. They claim that they have identified multiple crew members as officers in Russia's Federal Guard Service, which is responsible for Putin's security. So they did find out that they're going to be able to sell it now. They completely, the government has seized it. And they're going to sell it. They approved the sale of it. I wonder where that $325 million will go. And I did not know that they could just take shit, but I guess if those people were sanctioned, it changes things. Also, if they're closely related to Putin, that definitely changes things. How do you just forget about a boat, though? That big. Sure, you forget your car keys, you forget to take your drink when you walk out the door, but forgetting a damn luxury yacht that takes almost $1 million a month to maintain, that's crazy. Tell me you got too much money without telling me you got too much money. I forgot I even owned that yacht. What a flex. What a flex. So I want to talk about Dominique Molyneux. We were talking earlier this week about indigenous women that live on tribal land and how when they go through acts of domestic violence, incest, sexual assault, or abuse, and they go to authorities, the authorities do not properly investigate cases of tribal women. And for decades now, tribal women, indigenous women, they've been going missing and getting killed. There was another woman this week. Her name was Dominique Molyneux. She was part of the Navajo Nation. I hope I'm saying that right. Her family is begging for answers to what happened to her. They found her. She was beaten to death. This is out of St. Michael's, Arizona. Family of an indigenous woman living in northern Arizona believed that their loved one was brutally beaten to death last week. Dominique Nez, the older brother of Dominique Molyneux, said that his sister was rushed to a hospital on the Navajo Nation, but was then taken to Albuquerque Hospital because her injuries were so severe. When he and his other family members, Gail and Gwen, went to visit Molly, he said that she was completely covered in bruises. First of all, let me pull this up. So they called her Molly. Molly was then put on life support. By the time her family made it to the hospital, she was essentially brain dead. This was Molly. Nez says his little sister was placed on life support. The doctors then gave the family the news that they didn't want to hear. You could see the trauma all over her body, her brother said. This is some of her family, her father, grandmother, and mother, who is still looking for answers. Quote, "We were informed by the surgeon that there was nothing they could do because of the brain and head trauma that she had incurred. There was so much blood around the brain and they couldn't do anything. They made the heartbreaking decision to take her off of life support." He said that Molly died the next morning. "Nobody deserves this kind of beating like this. This is our little sister. This is my baby sister." They all described Molly as being incredibly kind and positive, who would help take care of people and their children when they needed it. No matter what, Molly was there to help, which is why her death has impacted so many people on the reservation. And you know, here's the thing. I'd be willing to bet that these people know who did this to her. These communities are very tight. Everybody knows everybody. It's like a small town, you know, these little tribal reservations is like a small town. I would be willing to bet that somebody knows who did this to her, and it was probably somebody that she was very familiar with. The problem the Nez family has is that they don't know exactly what happened to Molly. They say that the Navajo Nation police aren't investigating this case as a homicide. And speaking of which, there was so many people, when I was looking into this, I was watching some news articles about Molly, and there was so many people in the comments talking about how the cops are actually not investigating this right now. Why? Because she's indigenous. They're going to leave it up to the tribe to figure it out on their own. There's like because these people have their own tribe and their own land and they own that land, the cops do not want to get involved and interject themselves into the tribal matters. This is a huge problem. Like, I understand that these people are their like own entity, but it's still necessary to have law and order. This is why these women are being murdered at an astronomical rate in comparison to other women of other races. They're going missing. They're being assaulted. There's incest. I think looking at these tribes goes to show what would happen if we did not have law and order in this country. It's a necessary part of life. So the parents are saying they don't know who did this. I don't think that they've probably had time to think, you know, this is shocking. They just lost their daughter, their sister. However, they said several people from the Navajo Nation have reached out to them about the situation and alleged that the people responsible for their loved one's death, were her roommates. You lying. No, not another Shanquilla Robertson. So there's been people who live on the reservation that have told her loved ones that her death was committed, or her murder was committed by her own roommates in St. Michael's, Arizona, claiming they assaulted Molly multiple times that led to her death. Tina, who was the sister of Molly, said, "Whoever did this to my sister has no heart." I agree, Tina. I agree. And they were probably jealous of your sister if it was her own friends. Now they are calling on police to investigate this and find who is responsible for Molly's death. Yes, you heard that. This girl was put on life support after being taken to 2 different hospitals. It's very clear that she was beaten to death. She had brain bleeding, probably blunt force trauma to the head, and the cops are not investigating this as a homicide. You heard right. Because she's indigenous. We just want justice to be served. We want accountability. We want change wherever this took place. Not only is justice for Molly, not only is this justice for Molly, for all indigenous women as well, it's just one of the reasons why all 3 wanted to speak up about the case and raise awareness and break the long cycle of violence on the reservations. I'm not just speaking for Molly, her brother said, but for everyone across the Navajo Nation, for families who are entering these issues with assault charges, domestic violence, and rape. Molly also has a GoFundMe up, her family, to pay for medical bills and funeral expenses. So yeah, you heard that right. The cops are not even investigating this death as of right now. The family has went to the media to try to get the media to change, you know, the cops' decisions. They simply want this investigated as a homicide. They want to know who killed Molly, and you know, they have every right to have answers. I wanted to highlight this because it really goes to show why these women are being killed at a much more higher rate, why they are being subjected to more domestic violence, sexual assault. It really goes to show that the cops just do not care. They don't care.
Canada?
And you think for a moment that these abusers, these narcissistic people that are implementing the abuse, you think that they don't know this? They know this, and that's why their behavior gets worse. It's literally so concerning. So concerning. Praying for Molly's family.
And they only got like 1,000 subs.
So I know that the war is going on with Israel. And
but yeah, no, we gotta switch
Iran.
lanes soon, like real soon.
And this morning I woke up and got a tongue lashing from Candace Owens because she had posted a short that said She said, sure, they're
Trying to
God's
find something that
people.
isn't
Sure,
just
they're
rage
God's
bait.
people. And she's like, you'd have to be pretty stupid to know. Listen, I was part of the No Child Left Behind, Candace. I can't help that I'm this dumb. And I pray every day for God to make me smarter because I can't try no harder. So Candace had a short where she was talking about how
Let's talk to ChatGPT.
Israel is not the people of the Bible anymore. How they, yes, God says that they are God's chosen people, but their own actions show us that they're actually working for the devil. And so I'm like, what is she talking about? So I had to go find for myself. During the ongoing Gaza war, Israel, male and female soldiers, guards, medical staff have reportedly committed wartime sexual violence against Palestinian women, children, and men, including rape, gang rape, sexualized torture, and genital mutilation. So this was Israel.
I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about Brooks' take on this, so we're gonna jump. We were 15 minutes behind. Let's jump to the beginning real quick here and then come back.
I gotta put this. You don't get too hot, honey. You get so hot, you overheat.
Just say a bunch of trigger words that'll get us fucking
These shorts are short.
restricted to hell. That's smart,
They fit,
Brooke.
but they
And now you're a fucking genius over here.
so short. They fit, but they're a little short. Y'all, my computer only has 40 minutes before it dies. I was gonna do a talk at 2. And I got done with my schoolwork and I looked down. And I realized that my computer's about to die. Crazy.
The fuck is Emma Chamberlain?
It's always something crazy going on. Oh, my computer charger is in storage, so I'll have to go get that because I have schoolwork to do. Tomorrow I have a test. My tests are always on Friday. And then I have reading that I need to do over the weekend. So I'm gonna have to go get my charger. But I have 40 minutes left before it dies. So do not ask me why I did not grab the charger when I was over there. It's called stress. That's why. Because I never know what's going on day by day. Good morning. Good afternoon. I wasn't supposed to go live till 2, but here we are. I can barely see my computer. It's dark. Good afternoon. I hope that fan isn't too loud because I got a fan blowing on you because it's hot. It's 90 degrees. And the phone gets hot because it's glass. So sorry if you can hear that. My bad. So I'm back at the library where everything went down the other day, remember? So I was in my car and I was doing a talk at 2 or whatever. And 2 of the librarians come out of the library and they say, oh, somebody called and said that you were in distress in your car. Y'all, when I got done filming, I went in the library to try to figure out who had called. And the lady tells me, oh, they didn't actually call at all. It was somebody that was in the library parking lot that saw me filming myself, probably recognized me, felt some type of way, and wanted to interrupt my live stream. And so that's what they did. They walked into the library. They said that I was out here in my... I'm literally doing a talk at 2. I was on the phone with y'all. We were sitting here working. 2 librarians come up because some... I'm going to assume it was a lady. Some lady had done went in there and said that I was in distress in my car and I needed help. So then I look out the window and there's 2 librarians standing here. And they can clearly see that I'm working on my phone. I went back to watch the video. I really...
Oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're not, like, putting people in Brooks' path.
debate if anyone even went in there at all.
Not that, like, I ever encouraged that, but, it's like an automatic ban.
I really think that it was the librarians that just wanted to be nosy. I think that they wanted to interrupt my live stream, and I don't believe anything they said. Because I cracked the window and I said, I'm working, and that was not good enough for them. So I lowered the window and I said, I'm working. If you go back and watch it, they didn't even want to accept that. They wouldn't go away. They're like, oh, well, somebody called. Okay. So when I got off a live, I went in there and I said, well, who called? And she's like, I don't know. It was just some concerned patron. There's a video clip of all of this under my shorts. But then she backtracks. When I asked for the phone number, I said, oh, really? Well, what's the phone number from the person that called? And she's like, oh, well, it was a person that was in the parking lot. So she finally admits, and I don't even believe this part, she finally admits that someone had walked into the library to talk about me out here filming in my car. I don't believe a word of it. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. I think that they were being nosy. I think that they know that I work from home. Listen, this is a town of less than 2,000 people. Less than 2,000 people. Everybody knows everybody. And even if you don't know somebody, they know who you are. Especially if you have a YouTube channel. I don't believe a word of it. I think that they were just being nosy and they wanted to come out here and interrupt my live stream. I understand that you would never behave that way, but I can assure you that there are millions of adults walking around with the maturity level of toddlers, and they have nothing better to do than try to interrupt my live stream, try to play music so that my video gets demonetized because of copyright things. We've been going through this for 2 years now. Y'all have witnessed a lot of immaturity out here in these streets, and it's made me crazy. It's crazy because I don't understand how adults behave that way. I thought that when I grew up that adults were going to be adults. No. Nope. Damn it. I missed the memo. Well, I know now, and I deal with it the best I can every single day. But I do not, the more I think about that library situation, I do not believe those librarians. I already know that they don't like me because every time I go in there to use the bathroom and or look at books on the shelves, I was just in there on Monday. I went in to find content. I like to look at the books on the shelves, specifically the reference section that doesn't even exist anymore. And I like to look into medical books, psychology, crime, history. I go through and I look for things that I like, which is pretty much everything on the shelf because I'm interested in everything. And I'll pick up books and I'll take pictures of them, and then I'll go find more research on the subject so that I can bring it to you guys and share it with y'all. It's something that I've been doing for a few months now, and it helps me. I'm looking for these books. So I was in there on Monday, and like I went through and took, it's on sadism, the anthill gang. I went through and I was taking pictures of books. So I was in there on Monday, and I could tell, you can feel the vibe of people sometimes when you're in like businesses or social settings. You ever walk into a room and then everybody gets quiet? It's like, okay, tell me you were talking about me without telling me you were talking about me. You know what I mean? Like, I pick up on these vibes. And so every time I've ever been in this library, these librarians have not been the nicest people, okay? Not trying to talk shit. If you want my opinion changed,
they're fine to you. They're pleasant.
Maybe you should change your attitude when you come in contact with me. I'm never going to sit here and lie and say that someone was nice to me when they were absolutely foul. Okay?
What did they do? They didn't do anything to you. They didn't do fucking anything to you. I think AI is taking over the world, man. It's really weird and crazy. But I won't distract from Brooke. We'll get too off topic.
Okay. So, I already felt the energy from the few times I've been over here. And matter of fact, before I moved to Florida 6 months ago, we were over here on a daily basis because I needed the Wi-Fi to do Talk It too. And so I was in that library quite a bit. I could already feel their energy. I know that the librarians don't like me. They probably feel some type of way about the fact that I have a channel. Most people in this town, from the bank to the grocery store to this library, know exactly what my channel is. And a lot of these people watch my channel. They don't like me. It's fine. I don't care. I think it's funny that people would think that I care. People just interject themselves into my life, and any way that they can try to cause a problem, they will. I called the clerk's office and asked when my court date was, and they told me June. I went to get a worker's permit for dancing down in Charleston, and the clerk of court gave me a panhandling license intentionally. I've filmed all of this over the years. You know, the gym incident where they wouldn't let me cancel my membership. They wanted to lie to me and tell me that a manager wasn't there when I just literally saw her. I go through these instances all the time, and I've caught a lot of them on camera. You would think by now people would just understand that people just really have it out for me. 100%. 100%. So, in my opinion, I don't care if it was somebody that came in from the parking lot or if it was just the librarians themselves. Regardless, the moment I said I'm fine and they saw me sitting here working, they should have left me alone. It's crazy that people do not understand that people are children in adult bodies, and they're so petty that they just want to try to harm some person that they don't know just for shits and giggles. It's sad. I never have I ever. And I feel bad for people that behave that way. I do. Yeah, as I said to the librarian in there, mental health problems are really bad out here. These people are really struggling with severe mental health problems. And it's caused me to have mental health problems. And it's caused my mental health problems to get worse because I deal with so many fake, manipulative, cunning, miserable people. Misery loves company. A lot of these people in this town see me online and they have this false illusion of what my life is. My life is, I'm literally losing everything. And people are just, I guess, so, I don't know if I want to call it jealous, but.
Not fucking jealous. I was almost empathetic with her. I was gonna be like, welcome to the club, and then it's like, it's almost like they're jealous of me. What the fuck is there to be jealous of? You're delusional. You're fucking delusional.
They feel they're bothered by the fact that I have a channel, 100%. Everybody I know is.
I was just gonna be like, and people just don't give a fuck. And I was gonna be like, yeah, people don't give a fuck. Why would they give a fuck?
Bothered by
No, they're jealous.
The fact that I have a channel. So, I don't want to say jealous, but clearly they feel some type of way. Where's my arrow? Oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Damn it, you're losing everything. I'm so jealous. Right?
So anyways, I don't know if I believe that somebody walked in from the parking lot. I think that it was just the librarians. They were just being nosy and they know I have a channel and they wanted to come and interrupt me because they're not happy with themselves. That's just my opinion and I'm allowed to feel that way. The fact that she lied to my face twice. First she lied and said somebody called. Then she says somebody walked in. Weird. And can I just say that this woman is like triple my age? Like, she should be.
What does that have to do with anything?
The adult in the situation is my point. But anyways,
You're
I
both
digress.
adults.
I just don't know if I believe it, nor do I care. I just wanted to talk about it because it's like I go through these things every day. And a lot of the time I catch them on camera and somehow it gets turned around on me and I'm the bad guy.
Don't even say you're a bad guy in this instance.
Let's talk about some flags. So y'all know how I'm always saying this is not a free country, da 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 da.
Yeah,
y'all know how I feel about
okay, let's go back to
these
the live
policies.
And see if she's
She mowed him down in a fit of rage after a night of drinking out with all of her friends and his friends.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the autopsy does not it does not confirm this. The autopsy shows that most of the damage done to John's body was at the top of his body. He had what appeared to be, this was a topic of debate, whether or not these were dog marks. I still think that they were dog marks, judging by the fact that he also had dog hair on him. Last time I checked, Karen wasn't, a freaking feline or, a greyhound. It's not like she's going to be shedding dog hair all over him. It makes no sense. The prosecution's case was that she mowed him down in a fit of rage because the morning that she found him dead, they called 911 and Karen was in the snow. She made some very concerning statement. She said, "Oh my God, I hit him. I did it. I hit him." First of all, you ever been hungover and you can't think? You know how bad it is to be hungover? You already feel like trash and your brain's you can't focus. Karen was hungover, okay? She also was upset and shocked that the love of her life was dead in the damn snow because she had just saw him 12 hours prior and he was walking around coherent, fine, a little tipsy. She was shocked. And in her shockness, she said some concerning statements. She said, "I hit him. I did this. I ran him over." It was, she said some stuff. That was really all the prosecution had against her. There was no actual evidence that showed, from the autopsy to the damage on her car, there was nothing to show that she mowed this man down. Quite the opposite. There was all of this contradictory evidence that came out. Google searches from inside of the house. Someone had Googled how long it would take for John O'Keefe to die in the snow. And they actually Googled how long will it take a body to die from hypothermia. Well, if Karen mowed him down, who looked up that?
Wouldn't that
Who Google searched from inside of Brian's residence?
Okay, but wouldn't that still point to her?
How long it takes for a dead body to die from hypothermia? Because, ironically, he was found dead in the snow where he had been laying out in the snow all night. Now, I think the main cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, but I could be wrong. Hold on one second. Let me just verify that. The only thing that really matters is the principle. Were there any injuries to the bottom half of his body? Nope, not a singular injury. But if she hit him with a car, where would she hit him? The bottom half of his body. The state...
I wish my brain, stored things like a fucking computer. You know what I mean? I could just pull things out. I don't have the video on hand, but I've seen people get hit by cars and the car go through like a wall and the person's fine there. They just walk away. It all depends on how you get hit, where you get hit. Brooke is funny.
Case crumbled. She was finally, hold on one second. What was John O'Keefe's cause of death? Blunt impact injuries to the back of the head and hypothermia was his cause of death. But they're saying, so the medical examiner determined that he actually died from hypothermia and blunt force trauma to the head, but they were still trying to prosecute this woman for running him over. Not to mention the dog scratches, the dog bites. Brian, who owned a huge, what is that cop dog, the canine, I don't know what they're called, German Shepherd. He owned a German Shepherd, okay? And after John was found dead in the snow, he immediately rehomed that German Shepherd. There was these huge gashes on John's arms, scratches all over him. Dog bite experts agreed that this was from a dog. But how could he have these dog marks and blunt force trauma to the back of the head if Karen mowed him over?
I forgot I made that rule, Tiffany. Thank you.
You know, the prosecution was trying to say that he never walked in
Yeah, I did. I put that last night.
Brian's house. Then how did he get dog hair and dog scratches and dog marks all over him?
Oh my god, fucking last night, bro.
You know, these people worked for the police department. John O'Keefe was a policeman, and so was his friend Brian. This case is riddled with corruption. There's allegations of evidence being planted. The sheriff's department has a history of corruption. It's my belief that either John and Brian got in a fight that night because John knew something and he was going to tell something, or they were just drunk and they got in a fight and, you know, clearly, in my opinion, Brian killed John. That's the only logical explanation based off of the evidence. So I'm so glad that her first trial ended in a mistrial. This trial, she was found not guilty. However, I do believe that I read somewhere that Reed was found not guilty of second-degree murder and manslaughter while operating under the influence of alcohol and leaving the scene of a bodily injury. She was only convicted of a charge of operating under the influence and was sentenced to 1 year of probation. So they gave her a charge of OUI, and she was found not guilty of everything else. So she operated a vehicle under the influence of alcohol. Damn, my computer just died. Oh, no, it didn't.
Hopefully it did.
I gotta go get the charger. Don't you die on me. Hold on, Jack. Hold on. You know, and I found it laughable that they convicted her of a charge of OUI and sentenced her to 1 year in probation. That's just a way for them to be petty.
Was she not driving under the influence?
It's really crazy. They put this woman through probably hundreds of thousands of dollars of lawyer fees.
She broke the law.
If not tens of thousands of dollars. Multiple trials. Her life has been her life has been ruined. And they just gotta charge her with something. After the love of her life was probably killed by his friend. Okay?
I think a lot of people
and she was framed for the murder of her lover. Like this, the court system has no empathy. None.
Are they supposed to?
This case was riddled with reasonable doubt. So I wonder what they're going to do next. I really do. I wonder what they're going to do next with this. Will they leave her alone? In my experience, no. But she can't be tried again for the same charges. For manslaughter, all of that, because of double jeopardy, she can't be charged with that. They could charge her with something else, but they would have to come up with better evidence because they didn't have any. I don't know. I don't know what this means for Karen. Hopefully they will leave her alone and let her go back to her life, but I really would like to see Brian charged with the murder of John O'Keefe. I would like to see the sheriff's department do their job and actually investigate one of their own for the crime of this, because it appears that he was absolutely beaten, if not inside the home, then in the driveway. His injuries were consistent with falling and smacking his head on concrete. Now, he could have been hit in the back of the head with something like a bat. But from the raccoon eyes, it appears that there might have been a squabble in the driveway that led to him falling and busting his head backwards. At that time, he would have been laying in the snow, and that would have been around the same time that someone inside the house was Google searching how long it would take for him to die from hypothermia in the snow. There's no coincidences. Why would somebody even Google that if they weren't genuinely curious? I think the police department failed massively on this. Failed massively. And congratulations to Karen, and I'm sorry they damn charged you with some bullshit charge, girl. I'm so sorry. They just had to slap you with something so they can say, oh, see, we charged her. So I want to talk about this woman out of New York, this psycho that was working at a New York youth care facility. She's been charged with rape and kidnapping of a teen. First of all, there's multiple reasons or ways that you would end up in one of these youth care group homes. So it's usually a house or an apartment that the state Child Protective Services gives funding to be open. Some of them are private, some of them are ran through the state. It just depends. Children who come from families, they've been taken from their families. So CPS has obtained custody of the children. They place them in what they call temporary group homes. This was a youth care worker in upstate New York. She's been charged with rape and kidnapping after she was found in a parked vehicle with a teen who had been reporting missing from a facility where she worked. So this was a group home worker, a grown-ass woman,
dumbbell?
45 years of age.
Kettlebell.
Jolene D. Spalding.
Phones, money.
She was a youth care professional
Gatorade.
at the Hillside Children's Center.
Protein powder and a vape.
Snell Farms, a residential treatment facility for
there should be a knife there, actually. Why isn't
youth
there?
in the town of Bath, Steuben County. So she was a group home worker who kidnapped one of the children from the home, held him captive, and sexually assaulted him. And I just want to be clear that we've been talking about these facilities a lot lately. You know, Emily Pike was a 14, 15-year-old girl whose body was found dismembered. She also went missing from a group home. This is the government, I want to be clear, this is the government who has custody of these children, placing them in residential treatment facilities where they go missing and they're found dead.
Yeah, but the government isn't, it's not like in the fucking playbook of the government that this is going to happen, that bad people get employed. There should be better background checks. I don't know, something. But I don't think that's like, she's trying to make it sound like the government, this is what their intended purpose was.
This is the government. On Wednesday, law enforcement officials responded to a report of a missing juvenile resident. After a thorough investigation of the facility, they failed to locate the teen. They searched for him at different parks and recs. Hold on one second. So they conducted an additional search and located Spalding with a missing juvenile inside a parked vehicle at a nearby park. They were both taken to the state police barracks and painted post for questioning, though the course of the investigation was determined that Spalding had engaged in a sexual relationship with the juvenile. Spalding was oh God, your battery is running low. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no shit. Thank you for telling me. Spalding was subsequently arrested and charged with kidnapping and rape, both felonies, and endangering the welfare of a child, which is a misdemeanor. Oh my God. You know, the sad thing about this is this treatment facility was specially designed. It offers treatment to youth who have engaged in or been exposed to sexual harm in the past. So these were children that were either offenders themselves sexually and or had been offended and exposed to sexual harm at some point. This sick bitch. The facility, located on a 177-acre farm in Finger Lakes region, provides intensive residential group care for male youth ages 12 to 21. First of all, this is problematic in itself. We do not house teenage juveniles with grown adult men. This has been a problem for years. I personally experienced this when I was part of the foster care system. They would place me as an 8-year-old baby around 18-year-old men. Absolutely not.
Go hunt them then, Brooke. That's what you do. You hunt people. Hunt just bystanders out on the street. Go hunt like actual fucking predators. Do it.
These are children with massive behavioral problems, coming from abusive backgrounds. Why they have 12-year-old children with 21-year-old men is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So it provides residential group care for male youth aged 12 to 21 who have been accused of or involved in sexual harmful behavior. Whether or not they have been adjudicated in court is unknown. Whether or not they have been adjudicated in court. Spalding, who has been employed as a youth care professional for approximately 4 months.
Switched to Asheville soon.
We do not let someone who has 4 months of experience have free reign of the facility. We always will have 2 or 3 other leads that will be working ahead of anyone who does not have years of experience. What the fuck is going on? 4 months! That's all it takes for a pedophile to have complete access to children through the Department of Social Services. 4 months. There's so many problems with this. We have a massively broken system. She was placed on administrative leave on...
Truther has 3 new, like, edited videos. I don't even know if I want to watch them, to be honest. It's probably just gonna be the same fucking shit, to be honest.
Sunday, after administrators raised concerns
about
regarding possible misconduct involving a juvenile...
Just said in, like, a rhymey kind of way.
...resident. Hillside spokesperson will not comment on this story. I bet not. I bet not. How disgusting. 45-year-old woman. And where is her picture? Great question, because I couldn't find one.
I think we're kind of stuck here, though. I kind of put myself in this corner. So whatever. This is what we gotta do.
Just in that article, there's so many problems. Just in that singular article. We do not house 12-year-olds with 21-year-olds. There needs to be a cutoff, preferably if we're housing 12 to 16 or 12 to 15. I'd say 12 to 16 and then 16 to 17 to 21, something like that. There needs to be a split there. There's no reason that those children, statistically speaking, are more likely to be harmed by the older kids. Okay, statistically speaking, housing these groups of children together, 12 and 21.
Brooke's big hit. The albums are the greatest hits. I made a short yesterday that I uploaded. You guys want to watch that? Here. Maybe by the time we come back, she'll be onto something fucking not so listen to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Blah 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 blah. Get Heather Brooke Clark's latest musical masterpiece. Why is it so low? Oh, because I have it really low. That's probably why. Hold on. Bum, bum, bum. Get Heather Brooke Clark's latest musical masterpiece, Psychosis, for only $9.99 with amazing covers such as Hardest Ginger Ever.
I got 21 bullets inside of this gun and I'm ready to hunt.
Because I got high.
Hi, you both high. I was gonna sing one room, but then I got high. Ooh, I was gonna pick up the broom, but then I got high. Da 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 da. I'm so. Oh, what is that? I'm so. And I know why. Why, man?
I just want to love you. Give it to me.
A hustler, baby. I just want you to know. Now give it to me.
Brooke also showcases her songwriting talents with original hits like Thanks for Being the Lord, Jesus.
Jesus, you're the Lord. Thank you so much.
Online Bullies.
Bullies. That's all you'll ever be is a bully. There we go. We got a new song today. Da 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 da. You're a bully. That's all you'll ever be. A faded memory of a bully.
Feeling a little stabby. Might go back to prison.
I'll chew you up and spit you out for breakfast. Whoop your ass and take off in your minivan. Crash into a river, then come back. Curb stomp your face into the curb.
The shiny thing in front or maybe behind me.
I just happened to see like this shine something behind me, in front of me, shiny, and I look behind me.
Stanky breath heifer.
You stanky breath bitch. Stanky breath heifer. Stanky breath heifer. She has some stanky ass breath. She has some stanky ass breath, yeah, Lord.
And who could forget chart topper? I'm too poor for jail today.
The police is behind me on my ass. I was going 7 over, please don't take me to jail. I have no bond money, no bond money. I'm poor, 'cause I won't be a whore, a whore. All messed up police, don't take me to jail, for I don't have no money for bail.
You don't want to miss out on America's newest hit sensation. Get your copy today for the low price of $9.99. Not including shipping and handling. Limited time offer while supplies last.
I'm going to school thinking that I'm Coolio Jr. Bowen kids, okay? Stabbing them in the leg with pencils. People have no idea.
Get help. That was the thing. That was the short. Let's see if she's still fucking going on about PDF file shit.
All I can do. I had a really bad day yesterday. But you know, I feel like I finally have some clarity after like, I don't know, over half a decade. You know, you ever like think you know somebody and then you kind of like come into a different level of awareness and you start to see people for who they actually are. Like, you had this false illusion of who this person was. And so I'm glad to have some clarity
Critter
on who I was dealing with, because it's crazy how you grow up and you see people differently. You realize that maybe their intentions weren't good, that they're not good people, that they're motivated by evil things, you know? I'm just glad to know the truth. But once again, people continuously disappoint me.
Amen.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I just expect too much. I've talked about that before, how the level of loyalty or loyalness that I have is just, I don't feel like people have it much anymore. Like, people are not loyal. They're just disloyal, you know?
Not even a fucking loyalty thing. It's just like I said in the chat, be a fucking normal human being. That's all I ask. I don't even fucking give a shit about loyalty, really. I know there's no loyalty on the internet. Like, that's why I just, like, I keep my friend circle very small. The inner rings, small as fuck, right? Loyalty. Brooke.
Fake, two-faced, floppy. I don't know. It's really hard to meet people that know what they stand for and know who they are. I feel like there's a lot of identity crisis in America. I mean, clearly, clearly, we have millions of people that think they're cats. So, but I'm saying like a little different. I'm not saying like, you know, I just feel like people fall for everything because they stand for nothing. You know, I feel like it's not just, I'm not talking about LGBTQ plus issues. I'm talking about the average human. They just become part of the system and they don't realize it, and they don't really stand for anything. They're scared to have their own opinions. Well, I'm gonna go hang out. I'm probably gonna work out, honestly. I need to try to do something physically active. I'm not going to the gym, and it's also 90 degrees, so I don't know if that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try, because I gotta stay fly. You know what I mean?
Gotta stay fly.
Are these clean? Nope. I need socks. Yeah, that, you know what really like bothered me? When I went in that library and I told that lady, it's on a short, I told her, I said, it sounds like somebody, I said, well, the next time you see whoever come in here trying to start something, I said, let her know she needs to mind her business. That lady literally had an attitude over that. Like, you are the type of bitch that would start something. Clearly, these shorts finally fit. They're a little tight around the midsection, but probably because I'm bloated like a damn dead elephant.
That elephant's bloat? I guess everything bloats when it does.
Premenstrual, so I get kind of heavy. You know, you just feel like a lard. You feel like a tub of Crisco. You just feel like blah. like that little green monster from Ghostbusters.
Slimer? I think that was his name, right?
Y'all, I had a horse fly in here last night that was flying around all night. I could not get him out. He was like that big, and he was just, so I put my window covers up, and he was like trapped in behind the metal window cover. And so I had to take the window cover down to get his body out from back there, because he was just in between the window and that, and he's like, you know, zzz, acting crazy.
Why don't you just roll down the window?
So I had to take that down to get his little body out. And then this morning, he was on the floor over there, and he was acting all weak and shit. So I tried to get him out again, thinking he's probably starving to death. And finally,
It's like a dramatic
after
fly.
like 20 minutes of trying to get the bitch out the car, he finally flew out this morning. I wish you well. I wish you well. You like to drive me insane. I should have just killed your ass. If it was a human, that would have been different. I got so much more empathy for animals and wildlife and shit than I will ever have for humanity. 100%. You know, animals are like children. They're innocent. Grown-ass adults, they make those decisions to be assholes.
Yeah.
That's a personal choice to be a piece of shit, you know?
I'm agreeing with Brooke today.
Listen, about the worst thing that a bumblebee will ever do to you is sting you because you were probably messing with them. Humans are different. You never know what you're gonna get out of a human.
Yeah, right, except raccoons and cats.
Are they trying to hug
Fucking
me
any
or
other
strangle
animal
me?
that bothers
I don't
them.
know, and I don't want to find out. Yeah, so I have a lot more empathy for animals and children and stuff than I do humans. By far. I need headphones.
Interior crocodile.
I still didn't make my
alligator.
bed. That's how I slept on it last night. I need new window covers too. It keeps falling. The heat makes them shrink. Yeah, I haven't made my bed. I've literally been in the bed depressed. But, you know, it is what it is. People suck.
Drive a Chevrolet
People
movie
suck.
theater.
You're full. Charge those. Now I need an energy water so I can work out. Y'all, I usually go in this library and use the bathroom. I don't even want to go in there now. They make me mad. Like, I always... listen, I can feel things. You ain't even got to say nothing. I see from the side eye. I can see how people feel.
Bombastic side eye?
Y'all remember when I went to church in Florida? Did I tell y'all about the lady that was sitting beside me being a bitch? In church! In church. I went to my first Catholic Mass. It was lovely, right? I tried to find a spot by myself because I don't like to sit near people. I don't like people because they don't like me, okay? That's why.
I can't
I
imagine
ain't got
why.
a problem with anybody that's ever been kind to me. It's always some Karen that don't like herself, that feels some type of way about me sitting beside her husband. Bitch, if it bothered you that bad, why didn't you change seats with him? For real. In church. Some dean comes over, deacon or priest, I don't know. I don't know what they call it in Catholicism. Some deacon-like person comes over to me and she's like, "Oh, we found you a seat over here on the pew." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you." So I get up and I follow her over there, and it's a whole, I mean, this church, it was Holy Week, the church was packed. It was packed. So I go over and sat where the lady told me to sit. Well, it just so happens that it was this man and his wife. You know, the whole service, that woman was like giving me side eye.
Were you wearing a bra? Like only a bra?
I don't understand.
At church?
I mean, I do understand. Her marriage is probably failing. They're extremely unhappy. Probably been together for years. They've done pushed each other away. She's not happy with herself.
Oh, is your phone dead now? Is it my internet? No, my internet's fine. Brooke! I just can't. Why did she go to a Catholic thing if she's not Catholic? She just wanted to go to a church? Caught my tongue, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah, just laugh at stuff. And that's how you know I'm going crazy. Well, how long have we been going for? An hour? Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. What the fuck is that a picture of? Fuck, my tongue really hurts. Ba-dum-bum. Point where I can't focus on what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get to the playlist, the Asheville playlist. Just happy to get out of town and try to help. Is that the one we were on? I don't even know. Let's find out. All gonna be alright. It's music though. Give me a second. I'm trying to not get copyright claimed. Just try not to. Let's fuck. No. I went the wrong direction. I don't know. Is this music here? It says music in the transcript. Applause, music, applause. Oh god. Something scary. She's talking about more music. Music. We might just skip this whole one actually. Yeah, let's just skip that one.
Just imagine what I'm doing. Close your eyes and try to envision what I'm doing. Oh, my hip. I'm an old lady, short and stout. My hip is out. Oh. I hope I don't get no shit from the share. Let me make sure I'm even in the lines. Ouch, shit, that was my head. That was my head. I just beat my head on the damn door. What is the hold up? The damn crop. The damn crop on my dash wouldn't make the window thing work. There we go. Alright, I got the window cover up. Y'all, my feet are feeling better. But I do think I sprained my ankle.
Nah, nothing important today, Bex. Just a whole bunch of crap stories.
So I see other van lifers here.
Oh
But
man, I wish I
also
wasn't
saw
hungry.
the cops down the road, so maybe
Jesus,
they'll leave
jumping.
me alone enough to get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's all I need. Hold on, I'm hopping in the back. I do like my new window coverings. Ouch. I needed those bad though. Damn it. Fighting with this damn thing. So when I went to my storage, I grabbed my sleeping bag and all of that because it's gonna be cold. It's already in the lower 60s here. All right, I'm moving my seat up. Ouch. I shaved my legs. It was amazing. It was amazing. I shaved my armpits. I fixed my feet. My feet feel so much better. They need to like heal overnight. I need Jesus to heal my feet overnight. Please, Lord, heal my toes. Let the blood of Jesus wash over me. Let the blood of Jesus fix my toes. Please, Jesus, fix my feet. Where is that Band-Aid? It just fell off. So first of all, that Neosporin cream that I got, it has numbing medication in it. How cool is that? Hello. Hey, Lady Glitter, Steven. Fry TV and Bill. Yeah, so my feet were hurt from walking miles. Like Jesus, like I've been walking through the darn Sahara or something. That's what I felt like. I'm making sure that my window covers are completely covered. I just want to make sure nobody can creep in. I put new fabric on them tonight. I like to just roll them up in my window. That way I can pull them down and wash them in the machine, and it helps the trucks stay smelling good. I'm going to need to do laundry soon. Hello, hello. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I guess I kind of felt like
Hold on.
maybe,
I was reading about a comet. I'm just giving up, man.
Certain people's shoes sometimes. Imagine being, you know, the wife of one of those guys getting a phone call. I mean, it's just horrific. It's
Thank you,
literally
Shirley.
worst case scenario. And she was probably thinking that he was going to die from electricity, you know, because he's a lineman. So she's like every day preparing for her husband or her boyfriend to be gone from his job, but to get ran over by some old man that wasn't paying attention on the road is not really what she had in mind. Is, you know, that's where I would be at if I was dating somebody in that profession. I would always have it in the back of my mind that he might not come home from work. You know, it's I mentioned this because I dated somebody that went to lineman school, and his friend during lineman school was severely injured. He touched the back the back of his arm touched a power line, and it fried him. Like, it fucked him up. Like, his whole arm was burnt. Everything was burnt. His chest. So I do not have any food. No food at all. I do not have anything to eat. I haven't had anything to eat today because I haven't had the money to eat. So this is what I got in the box. Nothing.
Yeah, well, that's something.
Oil. Nothing. So I've got to find some food because I don't have any. I no longer receive food stamps. I no longer
Okay.
receive donations on my channel. So I got to make it work.
What do you mean? Because you have fucking live chat turned off. Oh, no, you
I need
don't.
to find something
Do
to
we?
eat. I also got to use the bathroom because I haven't done that. I had school stuff
It
going
looks
on
like
this
it's on.
morning. I don't think there's anything left on this gift card, but I'm going to try to run it. It was that gift card that had $100 on it.
She has oatmeal. She got oatmeal and... Can't remember the other things.
I was just thinking about that weekend out on Jefferson Lake.
I got stale tortilla chips with no salsa.
Oh, you ready to go in here?
Thanks for the
I wonder how bad
beans.
it's gonna
You're
be.
up in my broadcast throwing me beans?
Beefy Queefs with Brooke super chatted $2. Everyone likes Steve's live.
Aw, thanks, Beefy Queefs.
It is Thursday and it is Walmart. Yeah, I ain't been in here in a while. All right, let's go. Ah. Oh, hi. I don't know why everything's so high-waisted. I'm wondering if I need a sweater because it's usually cold in here. I'm gonna grab one just in case. I feel like it's always freezing in there. They do that. There's a reason. They want you to get in, get your shit, and get the fuck out. I saw a report. It was an hour special that talked about this. The reason that these stores are so cold is because they want your business when they want your business, and then they want you to hurry up and get out. That's why they keep it cold in there like that. The colder the store, the less the less they like you and want you there. It's crazy. So I got my running shoes on. I just had a little bit of caffeine. All of my schoolwork's done until tomorrow. I have so many things that I need to talk about for Talk It too. I've got like literally
so much stuff. My computer was dying, so we had like a small talk at 2, but then my computer's dying because I did 5 hours of classwork this morning. I kept waking up. I woke up like 3 times and then started doing schoolwork and passed back out. Found the computer in the damn floor. Yeah, I think the first time I woke up was like 5, started doing schoolwork, and then at some point passed back out, and then woke back up at like 8 and did the same thing until like 11 a.m. I was up and down until 11 this morning. I didn't even get out of the bed till like 11. I'm just grateful where I stayed. I've got the capabilities to do my schoolwork. Sorry. Well, y'all already know the first thing I gotta do is use the bathroom.
Nah, she's not in
Lord
work
knows
yet.
I can't
Can you
never
imagine?
find one of those out here in these streets. Then I need to be thinking about what I want. Avocados. Something weird's been going on with the avocados. Super
He's-
weird. Hold on one second.
She's convinced that they're doing something to the avocados because they don't ripen at the same amount of time that the old avocados used to ripen in or whatever. Because of tariffs or something, I don't fucking know. But we've heard about the avocados a bunch of times, I feel like. She's brought it up at least 4 times that I remember. She's probably going to the washroom right now. She used to film the washroom. I dropped my headphones. Come here, headphones. Ugh. But, what do I have to tell you guys? What do I have to say? I'm so sick of people, bro. That's what I have to say. That's what I gotta say. There she is. Take it away, Brooke. Come on. What did she say is on mute? Fuck, she does that sometimes. Nah, no word from James.
I do like these shorts, but they're a little short, so sometimes it's,
Let me check,
you know,
Scott.
sometimes you want to wear them, sometimes you don't. It just depends on how your body dysmorphia is that day.
Oh, she has live chat up. It's not off yet.
I'm ready for them to come get this truck so I can make plans. I can't do nothing until they repossess this truck. I'm literally stuck until they repossess the truck.
Oh, never mind. No,
And it's
disabled.
frustrating because
They
I'm ready
tricked
to
me.
just be done. Because once they come and get it, then I can actually start making a plan. Until they come and get it, I can't make a plan. I'm just stuck waiting on them to come get it. It's kind of a shame because I've paid over $33,000 off of the loan. I only owe $7,000 on the loan, and now they're going to take the truck. So I did my part. You know, I went above
It's a good question, Tink. I don't know.
and beyond and did the right thing. But can't do nothing about it. You know? I was going over some of my most popular posts from last week, and YouTube's like, oh, wow, you did 250% more views than you did the month before. Da, 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 da,
No, of course the fucking account was made today. In an hour. It's not, probably less than an hour. It's not even going to exist.
da, da. Well, then why doesn't my paycheck show that? It's just weird. It's very weird. Yeah, I've paid off $33,000 on the loan, and I signed for $39,500. So do the math on that. Yeah, less than $7,000. Can't do nothing about it. I'm proud of myself for even trying as hard as I did for 2 years while looking for work. I'm just proud.
I don't know, man. I need more psychos in my
They just don't
corner,
get
but you guys
chili
keep
oodles and
scaring them
noodles
off.
anymore. That sucks.
Like,
that was the only flavor that was
I
good.
need people in my corner who are as bad as the people who keep coming after me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't think it's even fucking possible.
All the other ones taste like artificial processed noodles. They got music on.
Music is on, music is on. Don't take me into jail. Na 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 na. But down, bow, 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 na na na. Da na 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 na. Da na na da na na.
Everything is so expensive. I haven't eaten today. I ate once yesterday.
That's terrible, Brooke. I think a lot of people only eat once. There is a big, not debate about it, but there was a big discussion about it when Heather Gillespie was saying that.
I'm just not gonna get anything. This has me so fucking stressed out and anxiety. Like I'm about to implode in the middle of the store.
About what? I don't even see anyone in the store. What does she have anxiety about? What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying now. This fucking
It
Brooke.
just sucks because there's nothing for me to eat. Everything that I want, I need a fridge for. Rotisserie chicken, real chicken, beef, ground beef. That's what I eat.
Rotisserie chicken
and
isn't
none of
real
that's available, so excuse me.
Rotisserie chicken is fake chicken.
So I'm just not
What
gonna
do they call that?
I don't have the money for food anyway, so I have like $12 that I was
I
gonna
think it's just
spend,
called
but
chicken
I'll just
without
save
like
it
an
for
E or
gas.
some shit.
I've been days without eating before. It's not the first time. I lost 80 pounds in the first year I become homeless. Went from 204 down to 119 in the blink of a foot. And I think I even got as low as 112 in 2024. Stress, not being able to afford food. I need to get something for dinner, but fuck it. This is gonna stress me out so bad I don't want anything. I'm not hungry. The stress from even thinking about spending money makes me spiral. So I just want to get out of here and be done with it. I tried.
You could pull a daisy and just take what you need. Improvise.
I'm just gonna go work out and maybe I'll get hungry later and I don't know. I don't know.
You don't stress yourself out of there. What did she get? She had something in her hand. I thought she was at least getting that, like a lime or something. She's just gonna exit through automotive. And then they're gonna be like, what are you doing? She'd be like, I don't have money. Why'd you come in the store? I don't know. One day I could see this being a problem.
It was hot.
Oh, she went out through garden.
Hot, hot, hot. God dang, it's 90 degrees today. Shit.
Having her chat off would lessen the money sharing in the sense that she can't get super chats when chat's off, right? I don't know if she has comments turned off. She can still get super thanks, I guess, but yeah, I'd say so. Just like, don't know why she has chat off.
Oh well.
She's stressed. I'm stressed. Everyone's stressed. Get the fuck over it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Brooke.
There's nothing to ever eat in this town anyways. Everything's fried shit. So it makes it hard because it's a food desert. And then I go in there and I'm looking at all the fucking prices and I can't even afford a bag of fucking eggs. I'm just gonna go work out and forget it. I don't need to eat. I haven't ate a good meal in 2 fucking years, so what does it matter now? Every meal I've had for 3 fucking years has been under complete duress. I don't even enjoy food anymore. I haven't for 3 years.
Just protein powder, right? She just lives off protein powder anyways. Just has some protein powder, oatmeal. She had like a thing of fucking tuna in there. She'll live. She's fine. The grift, man.
Fucking 6 boiled eggs is almost $6. And I have no money. I haven't had any money for weeks. My cell phones are getting cut off one by one. I had one get cut off yesterday. That one will be cut off in 2 days.
I shouldn't be laughing, but like, why are you just letting the cell
So then I
phones
won't
get
even
cut
have a way
off?
to film. Listen, I worked my ass off. I worked 12 hours for this channel.
What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna write my hours down.
What do you, the amount of hours you put in to YouTube doesn't determine how much money you don't get paid by the hour, you wackadoodle. I put 12 hours in. What did she put 12 hours in? She has been the laziest fucking content creator the past week. She gets up at like what, 11, and then I'm waking up early to try to like get on her. The one day I don't, she's on the fucking oh no, I was up early, but I was talking to Daisy. She was at the wrong fucking court date and shit. Like, how did she put 12 hours into the channel yesterday? I swear she did like 2 lives that were like maybe 3 hours worth of content total.
I was actually working until about midnight last night. Content.
Doing what?
It does not find you. You have to find it. So I have some great stuff coming probably next week.
Oh, it's still not done?
But yeah.
Is it just going to be her talking in the truck like her other edited videos that took an obscene amount of time to upload?
Specifically on honor killing and infanticide.
Oh my god. Why? What?
The history of both honor killings and infanticide. Hell, just that one project cost me 8 hours. So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. What they don't tell you about having a channel is that you're going to be working 24/7 and you're not going to make shit for the first few years.
No, I think everyone kind of knows that, or at least experiences it, right? Mrs. I got monetized my first year on YouTube.
And if you do make...
Which is also a lie, because we've seen videos from 2 years ago, and then the date of her monetization doesn't coincide with like her first video that was uploaded. So she's just a fucking liar anyways.
Money, they'll take it. YouTube, if you do get money, they'll take half of it. Sucks.
Yeah, it's called like how they make money.
Yeah, it sucks not to be able to
Driving no hands.
afford food. Sucks that I can't keep my truck. I gotta call and cancel my insurance. I'm sure as hell not paying it. Why would I pay my fucking insurance when they're about to repossess the truck? I need that money to survive on while I'm living on the fucking streets.
I don't know. Is this a bluff? You guys think this is a bluff, or she's like, will she keep making content? We need like 3 options here.
Because God knows it's barely enough to cover food every month. Yeah, your food bill living out of a car is probably gonna expand a few $100s every week. So I saw one creator, she says that she spends about $300 to $500 a week. That sounds about right. It's crazy how much more expensive food is living out of a car. Hell, and she's got a fridge, and she said that she was spending that. So I think she said $900 to $1,200 a month. Ain't that like $300 to $500? Oh. No, that's like $250 a week, Brooke. But still, it's almost $300. And if you decide to eat out, it will be. It's crazy. Oh, well. Yeah, this week has been kind of rough. I haven't really feeling good. So, I've been eating like once a day,
I don't know
if
how
that.
to word this. Oh shit.
I can only eat so many oodles and noodles before I'm just done, you know?
I'm not asked 2 questions at once. I don't think I can, but like, it's pretty much
Come on, dude.
what I want.
You're all up in the way. all over the road. And as you can see, there's nowhere to eat around here. Nowhere. There's one good restaurant, the Chinese place, and I can't afford that, so.
I mean, if she pulls a Gala Sisters or Soroka, that's fine.
Oh my god. This fucking man or woman does not need to be on the road.
Brooke has at least, like, shown me that it's possible to get put back in the algorithm somehow, so that's good.
Yeah, I was gonna get some lemons and more oil because I'm out of oil. I was gonna get some more oil and lemons so that I can make that lemon dressing for a salad. But then I saw that the oil was down $6 to $15 for a thing of oil, and I was like, fuck this, I can't even make a salad dressing. It set me off. And then looking at the prices of the boiled eggs, $6 for 6 fucking eggs. Absolutely not. I'd rather starve. We've already been through this. I starve every day. I'd rather starve than give you my fucking money. It's bullshit. You know, if everybody decided to not grocery shop for 1 week, those prices would drop 50%. If everybody got on the same page to boycott,
well, because expiration, they would have to sell all the stuff that's about to expire.
For a week, and nobody in this country went to Walmart, Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Publix, nobody went to the grocery store for a week, those prices would drop probably anywhere from 20 to 50%.
Why don't we just boycott grocery stores? I wonder if we could do... I don't know. Can we?
But nobody's brave enough to do it.
No one's brave enough to do it. No one can coordinate it.
Everybody's too wrapped up in their stress to realize that they're responsible for their own stress.
I think you have to incentivize people somehow. So if you're like... I don't know what you could offer them other than money or food, right? Because like they're gonna need to eat. You could say just buy enough food. So I mean, most people, I don't know if a week would be long enough. You know, you have to make sure people have a way to eat, and they probably need some other kind of fucking incentive because they're gonna have to change their life around a bit. No one likes to do that, so you need a lot of money, I think, to kind of coordinate something like this.
The public, the consumer, is the one that allowed this to happen.
Not really.
I blame the consumer.
You should blame competition, because like once one store raises its prices and they see that customers will pay this much for a product, all the other stores raise their prices because they know they can charge that much for a product. So it's literally like, why are you blaming the consumer?
Because I'd rather starve, and I will, before I pay these prices.
It would be our fault. Yeah. Somehow always is.
What are you looking at, you weirdo? God, Jesus Christ, looking like fucking Ed Gein with a crack problem. Can I get my face
I don't
back?
know who Ed Gein is.
I'm gonna try to get in a few steps, because God knows I've been so busy with school, I ain't had time to even work out or nothing.
I feel like all we do is see her work out.
Paper I gotta write over the weekend.
Paper on how to be a farmer. Wake up, do farm stuff.
Damn, it's hot. I can't find no shade. And I'll be outside your house. Alright. Well, at least the wind's blowing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sunshine feels good. Ain't had none in a while, so. Oh, I had these two perverts the last time we were over here pull up on a gator. I fought them down the road. I told you guys that I was going to go to Subway and get me a sub, and when you know it, they pulled up right as I was pulling into Subway, and I decided to not walk in there, so I decided to sit and watch them. They sat there for 20 minutes looking at me through the rearview mirrors of that gator. There was mirrors on the gator, watching me. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to sit here until they pull off. So they pull off, and I followed them, and
Of course you
they
did.
literally came over here to see
Why
me.
wouldn't you? Why would you follow?
I have this happen so much that I can recognize, I can feel the energy off the stalkers now. It's crazy how I'm becoming more in tune with my my surroundings the longer I'm out here with all of these crazy people.
I like this. She thinks she's gained a sixth sense for stalker fucking shit.
I can literally feel it. It's crazy. I can't even put it into words. I just knew that they were here for me. I knew that they recognized the surroundings. They heard that I said I was going to go to Subway, which is back over there. They pull up on a gator, and they're just sitting there for 20 minutes watching me. So I refused to get out of the car. I was like, I'm not getting out of the car. I'm going to see where they're going. And I decided to follow them. They went down a dead-end road and then come back out, so I don't know where they're from. But I'm going to tell you right now, you little shitheads, I know exactly what you were doing, weirdos.
Probably trying to do drugs or something, and they're like, this fucking crazy woman from Subway won't leave us alone. Like, what the fuck is happening here?
Creeps. I wonder if you can see mountains today.
Can't imagine her in Texas. Yeah, she said she was outside Subway and she's gonna get a sub, but she didn't. She stalked these people down a dead-end road instead. It's just, that's normal behavior for Brooke.
I'm glad it's windy. Cools it off a lot. Shania. Oh, you can't even see the mountains today. It's too foggy. How do we go from Shania to Heavy Metal? It is. I was like, what is that? It's a guy riding a donkey. I never noticed that before. My head hurts, y'all. Looks like it's about to storm. I hope it drops. Degrees, 60% humidity. It's supposed to rain at 5 o'clock. Yeah, you can't see it today. Usually it's back all the way over there. It must be cloudy up there today because you can't see the mountains. It was cloudy when I climbed it. Did y'all see that? You could see out across half the state, and it was all foggy and misty. It was so pretty. We're gonna go on a clear day so that you can see the difference in a day that's like overcast and a day that's sunny. So pretty. You can literally see across like half the state. It's crazy. I wonder what the elevation is up there. Yeah, I couldn't feel a difference. My ears weren't popping and it wasn't harder to breathe or anything. I don't know. Oh, God. They really should put some sidewalks in this damn town. You know why I don't like to talk to strangers? Because they wouldn't talk to me if I wasn't pretty. You heard me. People only want my attention because I'm a pretty girl. Ironic, as I'm talking about perverts, here goes 2 in a truck. What are the chances? I think it's a sign from God. Always is. Can't believe this damn forsaken town ain't got no damn sidewalks. It's crazy. Damn, I forgot my post office key. Yeah. This little house is cute. But you've got being right. I didn't even start my watch. Fuck. Know it all. Can't see nothing. I don't feel like running, but I need to. I guess I could wait 2 more days. I'm actually surprised I've been working out like I have, given the circumstances of amount of stress I'm under. I guess the past 2 years has just trained me for handling it all imploding.
Hey, Danielle.
God gave me 2 years to prepare myself for the real implosion. I thought, losing my house and my money and my land and all of that was... No, it was losing the truck and actually sleeping on the streets that I needed to be prepared for. I mean, it's truly laughable. It's crazy. It goes to show people that are in my shoes that it's not as easy as getting clean. Society will still be there trying to destroy your life.
Destroy your life. No, Nate.
Because they're mad that you got clean. It's crazy. That's the truth. Society don't want you clean. No, society doesn't want people to get clean, because if they did, they would give them the tools that they needed to do so. Addiction services suck. They don't want them clean. They want it to be a revolving door of money and insurance, honey. And that's what they have. And society doesn't want people to be clean because it makes society feel better about themselves, to be able to look at the drug addict and see, as long as I'm not like that, I'm fine. Somebody's got to play the part of the bad guy. Well, that's drug addicts, homeless people, That's how society views them. They want to keep them in that place so that they continue to feel good about themselves. It's sad, but it's the way things are.
Baby. Just watching to know what's going on, Raisin.
Whose back have your boots been under? Surprised I found the sidewalk. Oh, look at those pretty flowers. I want one. Oh! This time it feels like, baby. I wonder what that is. Side quest. Let's try to go down here. I don't know if it'll work, but it needs to bloom. It's not opened. I know I'm not the only.
I'll be back in a second.
All right, I'm gonna focus for a second. I know about a fever. Let's see if Fatty can run in the squirt. The redhead down the lane. Oh, I'm gonna lose my flower. I lost it. Sorry. Y'all wanna go climb the water tower? My phone ain't messing up? Good. Wish it'd go ahead and rain. Y'all know I love to run in the rain. My head's hurting worse. Probably blood pressure or sugar. Probably both. It's better than I am. Damn, I thought I cracked my phone. Damn it, I hope you can't hear that. Lord have mercy. God, my head. I hope there's a side road down there because I've never been down here and there's a police department. I need to cross over. All right. All beef hot dogs. Shut the front door. Just in case. Because heaven forbid it should fall out of place. End of the street. Let's go. Don't make me mommy. That don't impress me much.
Whoa.
How far have we been, y'all?
Whoa.
Not far at all. Let's go up and circle back around. Leave that to your ex.
Baby.
It's cold. Before you let me get in, I can't believe you kiss your car goodnight.
Don't
You
get
must
me wrong.
be joking,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's all right.
That don't impress me much. Tree. Oh. It's a cute church. Needs a coat of paint. I bet that damn wood's 100 years old. Lonely nights. That don't impress me much. God, she was so good. She was so good. Miss Shania.
Was she though?
Oh, my phone's not working. Is this one not working?
The music industry.
Damn it. I'm so sick of these service problems. I'm gonna strap a satellite to my head. I met a tall, dark, and handsome man. Is that a playground? It is. I wonder if I can go up there and play. Probably not. It's the church's private property.
Also, you're like 40, so I don't know why we would be doing that.
Is this dead end? We'll see. Somehow
That's right, Cloudbound. She can wear whatever sunglasses she wants. Especially the most ugly ones
The leaves are turning
that
over.
exist.
I think it's gonna rain before 5. Probably rain about 4. It's coming from that way, this way. I saw a 12-year-old on the news yesterday giving the meteorology report. He did a better job than most adults. Ain't that sad? He's 12. His prediction was more accurate. I don't want to go down there. I'm scared. I don't know where that wraps around to. I've never been down here. Let's see. What am I? How far have I been? Is it a half mile back? Yes. That's good enough. 'Cause it's gonna rain.
Well, Molly, I hope that you at least have made your truck payments and have your phone bill paid before you go play in the park and do one-handed cartwheels. I'm just saying her priorities are out of whack. Like, if you're fucking 40 and your life's falling apart, maybe we shouldn't be... Maybe we shouldn't be just playing on the park. Maybe we should fix our fucking shit.
Don't want to. Oh.
And then she can go play at the park.
And then there comes the sun. Damn it, make up your mind. Damn, my head hurts when I run. Same shit, different day. I'm not gonna make it today. I feel like shit.
What are we trying to do? Exactly, though? It's raining outside. You guys know that? Remember that. But now you know, it's raining outside. Oh, the PMDD. Poor Brooke.
Oh, relax. I guess a few miles is better than nothing, you know? I don't feel like doing none of it. It's the same old lie. Whoa, every time. Ain't that the truth?
Take care, AI biophobia. AI biophobia? AI biphobia?
I need water.
It's all that vaping.
Thanks for the beans. You're up in my broadcast throwing me beans?
Plain and simple super chatted $5.
Aw, thanks, plain simple.
We're half a mile from the car. I'll make it. Almost a mile. Thank you. This guy's got on
music. I'm gonna have to mute it. God, I'm hurting. I can't breathe. Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord. Babe, Jesus.
Do what? Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm working.
I seen you at McDonald's the other day.
She saw her at McDonald's?
I told you if you ever needed somewhere to park
Mm-hmm.
and spend the night, I live on the next street over.
Oh, well, thank you. I've been paying for parking, so I'm good now, yeah. Yeah.
I told my old man, he was at CVS, I said, Brooke is near my house. I'm going to get out and run and go meet her. I said, that's my favorite YouTuber. He said, you won't catch up with her. I said, I bet my fat ass will.
Yo, this is what?
No, I got somewhere to park, though. It's fine. Thank you, though.
That's a fan. That's sure.
Well, I'm going to get back to this because I don't want to, yeah. But be safe. Thank you.
You be safe too.
Yeah, that's great. That was actually a fan. Somebody lives on that. That's my favorite YouTuber. What? Bro, what? Brooke's gonna call her a stalker though, but she sounded like she genuinely likes her and watches her channel and shit. At least Brooke didn't threaten to stab her. That's ballsy. What the fuck? I thought you were gonna call her a stalker. That's crazy. Remember the other day I was like, that would never happen. Now I'm speculating what the odds would be. I mean, like, it's a pretty small town, I guess. She might be the talk of the town. That's crazy. That gave her the energy for the run.
Thirsty as fuck.
She might not say
There's
anything.
Hispanics again. Two guys that was in the green frontier. I feel like I'm about to overheat. Weather. $90 degrees. Storm's coming. Sky's dark blue.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Like, if that was staged. Brooke said she has a friend in the area. Is that staged? Does Brooke not want to say anything about the interaction because this woman obviously knows where Brooke's truck is and shit? And if this is maybe how Brooke would deal with an actual stalker, now I'm questioning if like all the stalker rhetoric is just for the grift, if she even believes she's being stalked. Like, why isn't she having the same reaction she has to every other person who's ever approached her? This is an actual person who is actually watching her channel, and we could hear it in the background. And she's not even acknowledging it. But, like, if I were Brooke, right, I wouldn't want to piss this person off because I know that they're watching the live stream. So is she going to wait till she's, like, back at the truck and never come back here again and then talk shit? Is that what she's doing? But then all the other times, like, does she know she's not being stalked and she's just, like, really putting on this act to look crazy? Like, I don't even know what the benefit of that would be. I'm just confused. Like, that interaction has confused the fuck out of me.
If I can get through the next 2 days, I'll be fine. My cycle is fucking me up bad. I fucking hate this shit. I think the worst part is like the psychological impact.
Did Lisa's Lego fucking pay that person to go do that?
God damn, it's hot.
I think it was her fent dealer. Oh, you think they gave her money? That's a good theory. Wouldn't want to piss off the new person giving her money.
Days like today, I didn't feel like filming at all. So the fact that I tried is better than nothing. Nor working out. I didn't feel like working out either. School's got me so fucking stressed.
She's just doing her workout, like her steps.
I gotta make a plan. I can't get stuck in this shitty ass town. There's no resources. There's not even food here. When they repossess my truck, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna be, you know, so that I have a shower, food, water. The shower probably is not gonna happen, but food and water, those are at the top of the list of resources you'll need living on the streets. You gotta figure out how to get that every day. If you're homeless, it's gonna be 10 times harder because you don't have a car. So I gotta figure out where I wanna go. And hell, I've been sitting around here for 3 weeks trying to get them to come get the truck. Sorry to tell you, I'm about to be gone. You're gonna have to come somewhere else and get it, honey. Y'all wanna play fucking games? You can come get it in another state. Good luck with that. I've been sitting here for weeks waiting for y'all to come take this goddamn truck. That's what I'm here for. I have no other reason to be here. It's a silent fucking hell of me having to be here. So I wish they'd come take the goddamn truck so I can Uber my ass to another fucking state, take a train station, I don't know. Train, I don't know. But I ain't staying in this shithole. I just want them to come take the goddamn truck so I can make a plan. Because I cannot make a plan until the truck is gone. Matter of fact, what time is it? Let's call them. Let's call Allie and ask when they're gonna come get this goddamn truck. Allie. I'm glad I did something today besides schoolwork.
Why is her thing frozen? Like, why is the video like that? Uh-oh. What are you doing to me, YouTube? What are you doing to me? What's happening right now? I think it's... Is it frozen like that for everybody?
Else. Sorry. Them clouds.
God,
that wind feels good. Yes.
This is live, Erica. Live.
Same shit, different day. Waving at me. Bluetooth off. I got hair everywhere. It's literally like.
Your call is important to us. Please hold for the next available agent.
Wait, who are we calling now? Are we calling LA Financial on the workout? Really?
At least I did something right. It's hot. I look crazy.
For quality assurance purposes, please hold for the next available agent. Thank you for calling our servicing. This is Reed, the leader in operation.
She's doing the I don't know, her account information or whatever. What's your address? I live in the truck that I'm financing from you. What's your first and last name? Heather Clark. Is it under someone else's name? Randy fucking what's his face? My abuser. And every time I call you guys, I don't know. Maybe there's like a pin or something. You, because it's in Randy's name.
God.
Is there a call where she fucks up?
Can I have your first name and last name, please? This call may be monitored or recorded for quality or training purposes. The responsibility at the amount our records say you owe now, any information we obtain will be used for that purpose. For verification purposes, can I have your complete address?
The truck. Nah, it's fucking Randy's address.
Black Chevrolet Silverado Z71.
Alright, that's perfect. So, just to set an expectation that I will be asking a series of questions to help you with your concern. As I can see here, you are already 73 days delinquent, and as I can see here, there's an alert about the repo assignment, so let me just read it to you. There is no hold or guarantee your vehicle will not be repossessed until we are able to contact the repossession agent and the payment is posted on the account. So as I can see here, you have a total amount due of $2,207.65. Can you pay that today?
No, I'm actually calling because I've been waiting 3 weeks for you guys to repossess this truck. So if you do not come get it by the end of this month, it's going to be in Florida because I live in Florida now and I've been waiting for 3 weeks for you guys to repossess this truck. So either you can come and do it the easy way and make it easy on yourself, or you're going to have to come 3 states away to Florida to repossess it. The choice is yours.
Come back July 16th, still be here.
So your request is for voluntary surrender, is that correct?
I've already requested that 2 weeks ago. The fact that it's not showing up in your system is the same reason that I refuse to pay this money. Y'all do not have your shit together. When are you going to take possession of the car? When are you going to take possession of the car?
He's an agent. He
You
doesn't
have 2
know.
weeks. You have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks or it's going to be in Florida.
I would be muting and laughing at this crazy lady. Like, it just goes to collections and then, like, the repo... like, LA Financial's not in communication. At least the phone agents aren't with the repo people, right? Like, they're not gonna know. They don't know the fucking game plan.
It's
like,
exhausting.
repossess it right now. Go drop it off.
Scam artist.
What do you mean scam artist?
Let's not forget that they're the one that fucked up my paperwork, which is why they're claiming that I owe this money that I do not, in fact, owe. I owe 1 truck payment. 1. I'm not going to argue about it. I just want them to come and take the damn car so I can make a plan. I cannot make a plan.
No, She doesn't know what a deferment is. Jesus, jumping Brooke. She needs new grips. These grips aren't working anymore.
Until they take possession of the fucking car. They will never get another fucking penny from me. I would rather live on the streets. I don't have any money to give them anyways. I don't even have money for food. So, you know, like, I don't know what they want from me.
Let's go into a grocery store, not buy anything because we say we're too poor, and then call Only Financial, hear that we owe $2,200, and then we're not going to have a truck, and that'll probably, you know, we don't even have her fucking Cash App in the description, but that'll probably get something rolling. Like, what is, she's just, either she's super self-destructive for no fucking reason, or she's like getting something from this.
I paid
because she's always gotten something from it in the past.
$33,000 on a $39,000 loan. I owe less than $7,000 now, and I don't have the money. YouTube does not pay me. I understand that I get millions of views every month. YouTube doesn't pay shit. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. I'm not sitting around here any longer than I have to. So I've been waiting for weeks for them to take possession of this car. They act like I'm going to be able to come up with this now it's $2,200.
What you do on Instagram?
They act like somehow I'm going to be able to come up with this money. I do not even have $22 to my name. I have $11 in my bank account, and the check that I get from YouTube, it's less than $700. It's enough money to buy groceries for a month living on the streets. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know what anybody wants from me. I really don't care what they want because they're not going to get it. So that was 1.5 miles, which is better than nothing. It's about to storm. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat. You see how I've already called them last week. Y'all were with me when we called them. And they or it was 2 weeks ago. They said they were going to get a repossession man to give me a call. Well, this man ain't never fucking called me. So I called today to just make sure that this guy is coming to repossess the truck. And what do? They asked for $2,200. So it's very clear that they don't want to take.
You said you have 2 weeks.
The truck. That makes me want to give it up even fucking more. So it sets in a lot, and they don't get another fucking penny off of this goddamn loan that they've already fucked me in the ass over multiple times in 4 years. They won't be able to sell it. It's got 150,000 miles on it, no seats. I've been living in it for 2 years. Front fenders smashed, windshield cracked, the headlight $600 replaced, the transmission slipping gears. I want them to take it just to prove a fucking point.
What do you mean to prove a point?
They will never get another fucking penny from me. I gave them $33,000 and they wanted to toy with my goddamn future so they can fucking have it and it can go rot on a lot and they will never receive another fucking penny for it.
I think Brooke kind of spelled it out there. Like, she's wrecked this truck and now it's gotten to the point where she's like, what's the point of paying it? It's wrecked. Like, I'm going to pay it off and then I'm not even going to be able to use it. So I think she's just about to abandon it. She's probably saving the money that she would use for the truck payment to like finance a new truck. Maybe under Randy's. I don't know what the new game plan is here. Maybe she's just going to ride it out. She's going to go to Florida. She's going to have to come back on July 16th for court. So, like, if that's going to be interesting. How's she going to do that? Is she going to take a train here? Leave the truck rotting in a lot in Florida, like she said? I don't know. That's going to be interesting.
How about that? One thing that I am extremely well in is being defiant for a purpose. I like to prove points. I got monetized a year ago. With that monetization paperwork, I could have refinanced. The truck was already over halfway paid off at this point. My loan should have went from $700 a month to maybe $450, $500 if they would have let me refinance. They absolutely flat out refused to let me refinance, knowing good and well that my income was only approximately $700 a month from YouTube. See, if they would have let me refinance this time last year when I had all of this paperwork, we wouldn't even be going through this. But
I don't know. Do they do that? Do they see YouTube? Do they count YouTube as like a source of employment? It's very, I don't know. I don't think you can get a guaranteed amount of money. I don't think you can predict the future, can you?
But no, they wanted to dick me around when they knew that I only made $700 a month, which is the total of the truck payment every month. So I'm putting the nails in the coffin, and they can come pick this bitch up. I don't have $2,200 to give them. And at this point, I'm pissed over the treatment that I've received for 4 goddamn years. And I love that they're asking for money when there's already a repossession order. That shows me that they don't want to repossess it, which makes me want to dig my toes in even more. Y'all think this is a fucking game? Okay. Come lose out on 10 grand. And it's going to be more than that because financing charges. So come lose this little 15, 20 grand that you was about to seek. Smart, real smart. You know, these people knew my situation. This truck is in my name. They knew my situation. They knew I was living out of the truck. They knew I'd lost work. They knew I lost my home. I told these people for 2 years, I spoke till I was blue in the face about this situation, and they don't give a fuck. At every single turn they could, they falsified or fucked up paperwork, which made my payments larger. How is this even legally possible? It's not. It's illegal as hell, but they know that I'm poor and I can't do nothing about it. So they can do whatever they want to the lower class. Because they know that the lower class is absolutely desperate to hold on to that fucking car because it's their lifeline. The lower class get dicked over more than any other community. It's a fucking fact, Jack. Poverty brings criminal activity. It does. Poverty brings criminal activity.
I think it's like the way you treated the truck over the years, Brooke.
And these agencies, from CPS to government agencies to financial institutions to housing authorities, they all know that you can't do nothing, and they'll violate your fucking civil rights over and over and over, steal from you, scam you, and then lie on you. And there's nothing you can do about it. You don't make enough money to pay your car payment. How would you make enough money to hire an attorney to handle it? They know that, and that's why they do it. That's why they do it. I'm at the end of this loan, paid $33,000 off. The loan was for $39,999. I've showed the paperwork on here. When I first moved into my car, I had a hard time getting Ally Financial to let me into my online app because they had blocked me out. And I remember when we were going through that 2 years ago, I showed the paperwork online, my APR, my name on the paperwork. There's a video of me putting all of that information out there. Back then, I tried to handle this situation, and like I said, I tried to refinance. I also tried to talk them into letting me get a different car because I couldn't afford this one. I went through absolute torture just trying to have access to my account that I am the primary loan holder of. It's crazy. Imagine having something in your name and you can't make any decisions over your account even though the vehicle's in your name. You're in full possession and you carry full coverage.
Well, that makes me...
These people, man.
think it's not.
Ally Financial, do not finance through Ally. I'm telling you, they're going to call you every fucking day. You'll be on the phone. I have talked to them bi-weekly for 4 fucking years. Bi-weekly. There are weeks where I had to talk to them 3 or 4 times in a fucking week. So sure, if you want to be stressed out beyond belief, never know when your shit's going to get repoed because they fuck up paperwork majorly, then by all means, go finance with Ally Financial. Because God, they'll stress you out like nobody else will. God. Pothole. Horrible fucking company. They took 3,000 jobs and turned that 3,000 American jobs into 300 Indian jobs. They transferred the company overseas. That's why they have all these problems. Could you even understand anything he was fucking saying on the phone? I never can. Don't feel bad. Me neither, homie. Me neither. It's crazy. I am stuck in this godforsaken town with nothing to eat, no access to the resources I need until they come and repossess this truck. Unless they want to keep dicking me around and making my life more difficult, I'll just drive back to fucking Florida and they'll have to get it down there. You heard what I told them, and I mean every goddamn thing I say. It's exhausting dealing with these fuckers. Come on, y'all. Beep, beep. Oh, my God.
Maybe the plan was have the truck get repoed on live. People feel bad. She can use that money to get a new thing? A van? Per se?
Figure out what I'm gonna eat.
Perchance?
I gotta find something. Sucks. Listen to that shit.
There's no plan with Brooke. She's just
Not
flying
to
by the seat of her
mention the
pants.
fucking gas bill, homie. The fucking gas bill. I filled up yesterday, and I'm a quarter of a tank away from E. you're gonna fill up every single fucking day in the summer. Every day. It's gonna be $40 to $60 a day. In the wintertime, it's gonna run you about $30 a day. In the summer, in a V8, it's gonna run you $40 to $60 a day.
Are we back at
I
Walmart?
can't afford this.
Why are we back at Walmart?
I can't afford it. Plain and simple. On a good month in the winter, I was still spending $250 a week. That's $1,000 a month plus $1,000 for the truck. That's including insurance.
Wait, where was she just
That's
now?
in the winter.
I'm so confused.
That's just to have
back at
possession of the truck, full coverage, and gas.
Oh, she went
It's
to
gonna
run
run you
around.
$2,000 to $3,000 a month.
That's right.
A month.
She went to the park.
I'm so sick of the people that come on here and lie about how expensive it is to live out of a car. This is not cheaper. This is not cheaper. It's crazy. What you're not spending on rent for a one-bedroom fucking apartment for $1,200 a month, you're gonna be spending in goddamn gas.
Dude, well, when you fucking go from, I'm assuming Uncle Randy says, to Walmart, to walk around Walmart for no fucking reason, to go and then go to the park and then back to Walmart. That's like, why are you making so many unnecessary trips?
It's crazy. Water is a huge cost. And there's other things I needed, like a jackery, a fridge, you know, those things would have made life easier, but we never made it there because YouTube doesn't pay. I did the best that I could. I did better than most people would have given the circumstances. That's for damn sure. You think it's gonna rain? I think it is. Where'd that key go?
What, she says she only has $11?
Oh, it's starting to rain. Shit.
Not that again.
Shit. I got this vape in my hand. I'm dying. Oh, fuck. I put the card back up. Ah. Oh, my God. What the fuck? I need water.
I think that's the THC vape. What? Like, nicotine vapes don't do that, right?
You can always tell when I'm under
I don't
a
smoke
lot of
nicotine
stress. I look
vapes.
like shit.
Smoke weed vapes.
Ah, hold on, homie. Damn, it's starting to rain.
Yeah, Delta 8.
Damn. Shit, there it goes. I was trying to drink this and throw it away, but that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna melt. Don't melt. Thank you so much.
She runs like a wackadoodle, man.
Oh, she was so sweet. Opened the door for me.
Oh, music. Thanks, Brooke. Thanks for not hitting me with music.
Remember when we were in here like a year ago and there was a tornado warning and like they locked the Walmart down and they had us all back here?
No? Did she live stream that?
Yeah, I could tell they'd never been through this before because they were literally pushing all of these people together. And the safest thing to do is for everybody to spread out. But whatever. What do I know? I was making my own escape plan. I was holding on to a pole. Right there. There it is. I was holding on to that pole. I was not playing. You got to make your own plan. Don't trust the government, and sure as hell don't trust Walmart employees to keep you safe during a tornado.
She's a liar. Alright, yeah, I wasn't around for this. I like how she says, like, we were there too. And Brooke was just over there by herself holding on to this, like, fucking pole. Pole. She's like, this feels at home. The pole.
I love how I just walked up in here with this. Y'all saw, I'm filming though, I'm filming. I'm doing the opposite of what that girl on TikTok did when she was stealing all that stuff from Target. I brought this in.
Yeah, she's like, I'll be down aisle 5, 6, 7, 8 with the pole, honey.
Six eggs for $5. It's just crazy, homie, and I can't cook. It's raining. That's how car life becomes more. This is a prime example of how it will become more expensive living out of a car. If you live in a house, you can buy a dozen eggs or half a dozen eggs for $1.50, a dozen eggs for less than $3. But if you live in a car, you're gonna have to get them already pre-cooked which is almost double, if not triple the price. So you take that small one item and expand that on a larger scale when it comes to everything.
You could just not eat eggs.
Meats, breads. There's a lot of stuff you don't get to eat when you live out of a car.
You could get a cooler.
I guess I'm gonna grab a yogurt because that always makes me. Y'all see me literally shaking. It's my sugar level. I haven't eaten today.
Oh.
I'm hypoglycemic. I don't even see. There they are. Grab one of these. Check the date because Walmart is notorious for July for having bad merchandise out. They're playing Jukebox Hero. Sorry.
Be careful, Brooke. You don't want to get kicked out of this place. Like the Planet Fitness for talking shit on their food.
They don't even have any of the milks, the tiny milks. I just want a singular milk. They have that one, but I want the one that's that size. It's fine. I had a bunch of milk yesterday. I like to drink it every day. I eat a whole food diet. I'm gonna grab some of these
protein
combos.
and electrolytes.
Cashews. I'm so sorry.
And that
That's
other
one thing I can always eat. Trail mix and cheese, honey. It's on sale. God, I'm literally shaking. Y'all see how bad I'm shaking?
Here's Santa Claus like whipping his reindeer.
Is it on sale? Why y'all got it
Not
on
anymore
sale?
though. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, what is this? Chili topping seasoning. It's got these little seasonings that look yummy. They're on sale. I don't need no more seasonings. All my seasonings is in storage because I moved everything out of the car. That's another thing. I'm ready to just have a spot where all of my stuff is together. I got half my stuff in storage, half my stuff in the truck, and it's just hard, man. It's just hard. I'm just ready to have a plan, and I can't do nothing until they take that damn truck. Or until maybe the government calls me and says, hey, we got a check for you for $5,000 that we lost. That'd be nice, but that'll probably never happen. Hell, if anything, they'll send me a letter that says, hey, you owe us $5,000. Like, I don't know what the fuck, dude. I don't see nothing I want. This is stressing me. Like, it's literally giving me a headache. It's so fucking exhausting when you eat real food and all there is readily available for people that live in a car is shit. Hold on one second. I don't have enough hands, honey. I'm dropping everything. I wonder if they ever got my zero. They didn't. My tortillas that I like, the tomato basil, they don't have them anymore. I don't think they're going to sell them at this Walmart anymore. So I've actually got some apples and bananas. Hey. There we go. Yes. I'll take that. It's tomatoes, carrots, and a little cup of ranch. All right. Maybe a sweet potato? Yeah. Hold on, honey. Ooh, I don't want to set you there. That's nasty. Sweet potato. Can y'all hear that music? Sorry. Let's see if they got some salad on sale. Let's do that spring mix. Actually, I can't eat all that. That's a big one. Damn it. This is the problem. I'm not hungry right now, and I don't want to buy the stuff for a salad and then it go bad. You know what I mean?
What if you just eat the salad today? Like, right now.
I'm just going to grab what I got in my hand and leave. It's fine.
Is she hungry or not? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell these days.
It's not like I've got money to work with anyway, so I ain't got but $11, so I gotta stop at some point.
It is $11 again. I thought you guys were just...
like I get food stamps or something.
I thought you guys were planning on me for having the $11 on the screen that day. She only has $11 again? Why is it always $11? What's up with that?
one lemon. One. That was $8. No thanks. No.
It's always $11.
Alright.
Maybe that's your lucky number.
Alright, y'all. We're done. Yogurt. Have a
She
good
said
day.
she had $9.99.
Yogurt. What else?
I should have made the
Vegetables,
CD
some
fucking
cheese,
$11 if I knew.
Nuts.
If I
A
knew that.
yogurt.
Damn, it makes me want to go back
A lemon.
and make it $11.
What did I buy for $11?
Well,
Or
do
$8?
what? You know what? I keep hearing her singing in the past, like in the Asheville videos. I keep hearing her singing. I could do like a greatest hits part 2 for $11, and that would be good.
A yogurt, some cashew and cheese, veggie snack.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Volume 2 can be $11.
Potato and one lemon. Jesus Christ, that's not even a damn meal. It's exhausting. Have a good day.
I hope we get to hear more originals in the past. She used to sing a lot in the past. She doesn't sing anymore. Well, sometime. We heard her singing today, actually.
I hope it stopped raining.
Shania Twain,
I mean, it's
though.
not like I'm gonna melt or anything, but
Shania Twain in 3 Days Grace.
I'd prefer to stay dry.
Brooke listens to now.
My head is pounding. Feels like I got a gremlin beating on my brain.
Oh, and Machine Gun Kelly.
Damn, that's a nice kayak. Can a bitch dream for a minute? I like that color. Oh, and it would match my truck.
Can you screenshot
Well,
this?
that was a nice dream for a moment. I love that color. Olive green and browns. I don't know. I guess I'm becoming like a beige mom. I get that aesthetic now. I don't know. The neutral colors has always been my thing. I've never been like a bright color type of person, although I do sometimes wear them for the channel because I know that they like draw attention.
Whose bed has your boots been under? I'm not familiar with that one. Is that another Shania
YouTube
Twain
tells
song?
you to stand out by wearing bright colors.
What? When did they say this? I don't read what YouTube tells me. Should we go see him? I guess it'd be interesting. Let's see. Ideas for you. It's saying promote,
Alright,
give
so it
us
looks
money,
like it stopped
basically.
raining.
YouTube says, give us your money, Steve, so you can promote your videos. And
Still
I
got
say,
this damn water bottle with no
probably
lid.
a bad idea. I don't want
What
to
the
do
hell
that.
is wrong with me?
And it says early access to the leaderboard.
I was
That's not
trying to
really
throw it
an
in that trash
idea.
can before the rain came. It caught me off guard.
In the rain. Leverage your community for good. The way that's worded just sounds bad. Like, think ideas and
I'm about to
YouTube's
drop you
ideas
in
are
a storm
bad.
drain.
YouTube known issues. Large magnifying glass icons. Search results. This week
I
at
was looking for
YouTube.
it. Maybe you could put me out of my misery. Brookie girl.
Today we talk about improvements to
Brookie girl,
YouTube
come down
promote
here
and the
play.
ability for viewers to see posts from the
Yes,
shorts
I'm on
feed.
my way. Just make it quick. Put me out of my misery quickly, please.
You want to watch these videos?
All
Just
right.
fucking.
Well, $8 later, we still don't have dinner, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm about to burn up, y'all. You see my hair sticking in my face? You know, I still ain't made my bed. I'm a dirty girl. Dirty girl. I need to clean. Let's clean. Let's clean. Will you clean with me? Take my hand. Let's make a plan to clean my house up. It's a mess, and I'm stressed. I started to not give for real. I've you know, listen. I told y'all that I prayed for peace, and he gave me peace, and along with peace came the mess. Okay, I'm literally looking at my dash right now, and it looks like somebody lost their life over there in the passenger seat. It's nasty. Here, let me show you, because I like exposing myself apparently. So what is that? Brain matter? I don't know. What could it be? What could it be?
Why would it be brain matter?
What is that?
That's
Your guess is
kinda
as good as
concerning.
mine. You know what it probably is? Tannin oil. I think it's coconut oil. I have this spray stuff, or it could be deodorant. Y'all know how I go crazy with the deo for the BO in here. Who cares? Let's just clean. Let's clean. I need a trash bag.
Mold? Mold's a good guess.
First of all,
Burpee mold. Electrolytes.
all of this has got to be eaten today. The yogurt, I can try to eat that now. Yogurt, the cheese combos, I love these. It comes with cheese and cranberries and stuff.
It's a
They're
lot
really
of food
good.
for $8.
High in saturated fat, 5 grams per thing, but if you work out like I do, you'll be fine. Everything in moderation. And this has got carrots, brain fart, broccoli, carrots, and tomatoes with a little bit of Hidden Valley Ranch. And I got a sweet potato and a lemon because I want to make that lemon dressing for a salad sometime this weekend. This is sad. I knew this was coming, but
I feel like that would cost way more for
what
some
can
reason.
you do? You know, I hope that people see my situation, and I hope that they're preparing for what's to come, you know. Things are not well right now, and they don't appear to be.
I did not see that Tinkerbell. I don't follow Wendy. I forgot about her. She was yelling at her bumblebees for not donating to her. Maybe we'll have to check her out. Oh, she's just jumping.
Shape-shifting into well anytime soon.
Wendy.
So I think that people need to take a gander at my situation and maybe lay off the credit cards, lay off the eating out, lay off the
just credit cards,
extra expense every month, because shit is getting worse, and it will continue to get worse probably for the next 2 or 3 years. We don't have any plans in action to prevent the dominoes from falling over, and they're falling over pretty quickly. The first thing I saw on my For You page this morning was some other creator talking about the job market and how more people are being laid off and more companies are going out of business. And, you know, and then
that's a good thing, Brooke. You don't have a job to get laid off from, so like that doesn't affect you.
The post after that was they were talking about the homelessness problem. More people are falling into homelessness than ever before. You know, last year we had the highest numbers of homeless population ever in this nation's history, and then this year these problems are just getting worse. So I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. But I've been saying that for 3 years, and that's what's happened for the past.
Brooke's worried about losing the job she doesn't have.
3 years, things have just gotten worse. I'm laughing because people call me crazy. I don't, you know, I am, but I don't see it. I am, but I don't see it, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But where was the lie? Like, okay, I'm crazy, but where was the lie?
Wendy's new grift is wild. Maybe we'll try Wendy in vertical mode. Doesn't Wendy do her streams vertical? I don't know if Wendy can handle this though.
And I don't give a fuck if people think I'm crazy or not. I've been called crazy my whole damn life. You know, it's crazy though, because I ain't never treated people like they treat me though. Maybe that's why they call me crazy. Where did all of these socks come from? Thank God this looks halfway. I take my word, there's lipstick on it. No! At least it's a pretty color,
Break
purple.
my vape.
I need to throw these in the dirty clothes. I did wash clothes the other day, so I don't have a lot of clothes laying around. That's disgusting. Shut up. Welcome to car life, where you can't be too finicky. I wish y'all could see down here in this pile of shit. Does that help? Not really. What is this? So I grabbed this out of storage. Ooh, dirty clothes, dirty clothes. I'll throw those in a bag in a minute. I grabbed this out of storage because I wanted to do a little self-care. I didn't end up doing any of it. I've got bags for like bath stuff, hygiene. All my hygiene was in here.
How many lights does she have? Why is she frozen? She's spinning.
Nail kit for my nails, like files, stuff like that. and I was going to do a pedicure and a manicure. I just ain't got around to it. I ended up cutting my nails, and that was it. Maybe I can do it over the weekend, give myself a pedicure, take some time for me. It's really hard to do that at times. Do that at times when I'm so dead set on, you know, making an income next month, you know? It's like, I've got to, regardless of the truck, I still have to have a way to generate content, because that is my income, and that's the only way that I will ever be able to pull myself out of this. So, I'm just ready to make a plan, because I'm tired of being in limbo. And for 4 years since I got this truck, it's just a weekly, every month it's a struggle to come up with this payment. You know, the first year that I had the truck, it was fine because I was working 2 jobs, I was making great money. But in 2022 something happened, and I have never recovered since. Okay,
what happened? You started this crazy YouTube
Things
channel?
progressively get worse. The better I do for myself, the more I dedicate myself to living the life that God wants me to live, the worse off I get. There comes a point where I really start to question if God wants me to try.
Hold on.
Maybe he wants me to lose everything. I mean, that's clearly part of his plan, because I'm about to lose it. Maybe he...
That's her, she's questioning everything for like a long while there.
If God wants me to try. Maybe he wants me to lose everything. I mean, that's clearly part of his plan, because I'm about to lose everything. So, I don't know. You know, maybe I'm not listening to him or listening to his direction. You know, I thought...
Maybe if he's not helping you, you're on the wrong path, if you want to look at it like that.
I was with school and everything that I have going on with school. I thought that I was doing what he would want me to do. But clearly that's not his plan for me. Not school, but like school right now, maybe. I don't know. I can't make sense of it. I just know that when I drank and did drugs 5 years ago, every single day, I never had to want for money. There was always money. There was always drugs. You know, I knew when I got clean and I separated myself from people, places, and things, I knew that that was going to be the end of my dance career, because it was going to come down to either the money and being in that lifestyle or sobriety. And you can't have both. You can't be sober in that environment. So, I walked away from the money and everything that I had. I never envisioned that the economy would go to shit at the very same time that I was getting clean and losing my career. You know, it's just crazy how things happen. But if it were not for COVID, I don't know if I knew that I wanted to be clean before COVID, but I don't know. I think a part of me always thought that I was going to end up dead on drugs. For like the first 5 or 6 years that I was using drugs, I fully anticipated and was ready to die. It was only maybe the last year of my drug use that I knew I wanted to get clean, and I was determined to do that. And I knew that I would have to cut everybody out of my life, because everybody was supplying me with drugs and money. Everybody wanted to keep me high, you know? So, and they did for years, 20 years to be specific. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to do the right things and get punished for it. It feels like a punishment. I've said this time and time again for the past 2 years that I've had this channel. It feels like a punishment. It feels like getting clean. The rewards that I should have reaped from getting clean have been the opposite, you know? And I've talked about how when I got clean, nobody cared, you know, and they still don't. I guess everybody thought that I was going to end up on drugs too, and they probably wanted me to, so that I couldn't run my mouth. Yeah, it feels like punishment. Losing everything, being played by the court system, getting hired at all of these jobs where people wanted me to do illegal shit. You know, all of this has been recorded. It's crazy. You go in, you get hired somewhere, you're looking for a job, and then you find out that the people you work for are sex traffickers, and they're trying to con you. They know that you're homeless, and they're trying to offer you thousands of dollars to fly to New Orleans with them to have sex. Y'all remember that? That was last year, the time. It was actually January, February, March, and April of last year when I worked for the Carpinos. That's what I mean. I get clean, I get my shit together, I start, you know, I get hired, and then these jobs want me to do something illegal? I didn't even do shit like that when I was on drugs, homie. Like, what is wrong with people? And it feels like punishment. It's like, was I on drugs that long that I guess I was just completely oblivious to the fact that the world has gone evil. Completely evil. And people are so complicit, and they're so dumb at the same time, they don't even recognize that they're complicit in evil. It's hard for me. It is, because I can't go work nowhere where illegal shit's going on. I can't do it. I'll be the first one at the EOC, at the Better Business Bureau. I'll be the first one telling it all. Time and time again, past 3 jobs I've gotten, they wanted me to break the law. Crazy.
They didn't.
I didn't sign up to sin for my employer. I think I was on drugs so long that I was completely oblivious. I was in my own world and so selfish and self-centered that I was completely oblivious to all of the evil that was taking place around me, probably because I was involved in evil myself. So I didn't really see things for what it was, the world for what it was, until I got clean 5 years ago. And my life has changed in so many ways. Yeah, economically and financially it's imploded, but when we're talking about spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I don't know. I'm just grateful to be where I'm
What's happening?
at. I wouldn't change anything. Losing, you know, my other vehicles, losing my land, losing my homes, losing all the money, losing my savings, none of that means shit to me. None of it means shit to me. I don't care about any of that.
Sounds like a cope.
All of this materialistic stuff is purposeless. That's Satan. And he gave me everything. I'm just glad that I chose to get clean, because if it was left up to the people that I was around, I would be dead. I would be dead. And I did die several times. Half a dozen times, maybe more. One time I was so dead, I was incapacitated for a week. I was in a coma. What do they call it?
Just running through the fucking motions. Guys, did I tell you about that time I died 7 times? Like, I bring it up every fucking day.
Induced coma or whatever. I died from heroin, Xanax, and alcohol poisoning. They found me face down in a puddle of my own vomit. I fell out of my Cadillac Escalade, and I was dead. I feel bad for the officers that fucking had to respond to that. Imagine trying to give CPR to some bitch.
They had to go save the other people right after. The ones that you stabbed.
I threw up everywhere. It's disgusting. I feel bad for whoever saved my life, but I'm grateful that they saved my life. I'm grateful that they didn't just give up on me. Because I need to be alive.
Yeah?
But yeah, there was several instances. One time, I shot one bag. I'd been clean for years. And I was working at this club in... Where was that? I'm supposed to be cleaning. This is why I ain't got shit done in a week. I feel like I ain't seen y'all all day. Because I haven't. I was working at Scores in...
Brooke, you have fucking live chat turned off. Who are you even talking to? Oh my goodness. Jolly Willikers.
Terry, which was a strip club. And I'd actually stripped there years prior. And they had new owners take it over that actually owned a club in Greensboro, which was one of the top end clubs called the Mirage. And the owners, Jeff and Doug, they took over the Cary location of Scores. They bought it from this guy named Jeff, and whose father had given him like 15 strip clubs in the 90s when he died. What was his name? Jeff something. Anyways, Jeff is a Christian, and he started selling all these clubs after his father died. And these other people bought it. So I went on to be a bartender for Scores. Well, before work one day, some stripper asked me if I could come pick her up. This is why I don't have friends. This is why I don't do people, places, and things. And this is exactly why I tell you guys that people, places, and things is 90% of your recovery. If you can learn to cut people out of your life, you'll be just fine. You'll be able to stay
fine. Yeah, if you can't be around other addicts, yeah. You gotta have some discipline, some self-control. She's fucking
rehabs are not going to tell you this, because rehabs want you coming through the door again. So they can milk your insurance, honey. So... this girl texts me, stripper. She's like, hey, will you swing through this hotel and pick me up and give me a ride to work? So I was like, sure, yeah. So I get over there, and I'd been clean for a long time. And probably like somewhere between 5 and 8 years. And I get over there, and I go up to the hotel room, and she's like, we got some dope, da-da-da-da-da-da. And so I bought a bag. well, that was the last thing I remember, was shooting it in the bathroom. The next thing I know, I was woke up by EMS, cops, and all of these people. Apparently, I'd overdosed, and they didn't know what to do, so they just drugged my body out into, essentially, the hotel balcony and left me there to die. It was some old lady or old man that saw my body, and they called 911. You have no friends in this world. And under those circumstances, no one's going to be loyal. Yeah. So thank God to whoever that little old person was, because they saved my life.
You guys can zoom in.
I gotta.
If you're on a phone, I think if you just zoom in, it'll zoom. But I have no
just 2 times off
zoom
the top
in
of my
ability
head.
on
It's been
this.
more than that. It's kind of sad. You'd think somebody would learn the first time they die, but no. No. They gotta learn over and over and over. Over and over and over. These are clean. There's my pillowcase. Put that on there. Damn it. Where is the damn laundry bag, homie? There it is. I found it. Oh, and then 2019 or 2018, when I caught my last criminal conviction, I had went and picked up dope for me and my boyfriend, and freaking I stopped in High Point and did some of it and died. The cops showed up.
It sounds like she's just really bad at doing drugs.
They had to hit me with Narcan, blah, 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 and they charged me with felony possession of heroin. That was the last charge that I ever had, and 2 years later I got clean.
How you die this many times doing? I would just stop doing drugs if I was her.
And that's actually the
Died
only
this many
drug
times.
conviction on my record, which is crazy.
Oh, me.
I never gotten busted with drugs. I never got charged with like larceny or robbery. I was never a thief because I always worked. And then not to mention, people would just give me money and drugs because they were keeping me in my place. So yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I was on felony probation for that. And I think it was 2019, or it might have been during 2020, I don't remember. I couldn't pass a drug test because I was on drugs. So it would have been like 2019. So I can't pass a drug test. I'm in trouble with my probation officer. I walk into a courtroom in High Point, North Carolina, and they let all like 400 people off of felony probation. We were all in violation of probation, and they didn't have any room in the prisons. And the judge said, "Merry Christmas." I had failed every single drug test for possession of heroin. And the judge just lets us walk out the courtroom with no consequences. There was people in there for rape, robbery, felony charges. So the most severe crimes that you can think of: vehicular manslaughter, rape, kidnapping. There was tons of firearm by felons on the docket for people who were already on felony probation for having firearm by felon. It's crazy. And that we were all let off probation because they didn't have anywhere to put us. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up. These are dirty. At least they're all in the bag.
They were all let off. Wait. They were just all let off probation because there was nowhere to put them? That doesn't even make sense to me.
Bath bag. Yeah, I'm so glad I got it together. So glad. Bonnet. Water. Damn it, Bobby. I still didn't go get the computer charger. Shit. Fuck. I forgot to go get a charger. I gotta do that. This place is a mess. Let's just drive it off a bridge. Oh, there's more socks and clothes. Jesus Christ. Depression takes over. And you stop caring. Oh, guess what I did the other day, y'all? Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
What is it? Nair?
I put this shit all up my nose. No more hair. Hair be gone. Hair be gone.
I don't know if
No
you're supposed to
mas
do that.
problema.
Are you supposed to do that?
No
Are you
mas
supposed to breathe that
problema.
shit in? Isn't that for like your legs?
Say no more. Hair be gone.
Put an expired eye drops in, fucking.
I'm gonna need that when I'm living on the streets because it's harder to use razors.
Just huffing Nair.
They're harder to keep up with, and you don't really have running water, so Nair would be the best option for street life.
Bro.
Crazy, right? Oh well.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Oh,
crazy.
well.
I don't think that's. I don't think Nair is
I'm not gonna
meant
sit
for
around
nose
crying
hair.
about it,
Let's just
boss.
look it up.
Sure
Maybe
ain't.
I'm the crazy
I have
one.
no
Maybe it's
control over the
totally normal.
situation. No control.
Nair for nose hair? Question mark.
Where's that fan? I need to go ahead and plug this up.
Yeah,
last
so
night.
small PSA: do not
I had to
use
run
Nair
my
to
truck a
remove
little
your
bit
nose
last night, and it was
hairs.
still
Okay,
kinda hot.
why?
Even if it's like 75 outside, it'll be 85 in here. It's just too hot. Have to damn run the car for a little while.
Burn like a bastard right from the get-go.
I really need to
Get worse and worse, and even 2 hours later, it's still shockingly bad. Oh no. Horrible smell just embedded in my brain. I'm kind of worried it won't go away ever. This is someone's experience doing this. Oh no.
I'll have to go throw this manually. Throw it all away manually. How many water bottles can Brooke carry? Is that everything? It better be, damn it. Oh.
I mean, they make like a wax kit. That makes sense. Like wax, because you pull it. It's not chemical burning your fucking hair off. She showed us like face cream, I think. There's Nair for face cream? Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. If it's for her, like, you know, her little mustache or whatever. Maybe you're supposed to breathe it in. I was like, it can't be good to breathe in, but if you're putting it like on your upper lip, then it would be like pretty much the same shit, right? I don't know. That's so crazy to me. Why is she muted? Is she frozen? She's spinning. Maybe she's gonna just leave. Tweezers? I mean, yeah, I guess so. She said there's a lot of nose hair up there from the human growth hormone. Nair hair removal should not go in your nose. Yeah, probably not. That's what I said. But I didn't know that they made like face Nair, like Nair that you would put on your face. So I'm sure it's safe to breathe in if you put it on your face. But maybe that's a dangerous assumption. Maybe there's like small print that says don't use on your upper lip, even though I don't know what other part of your face you'd be using this on. Why wouldn't you just shave your face? Unless, you know what I mean? You're a woman and like, that'd be weird. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe women shave their face. This guy didn't use it for his chin in the reviews. So, who knows? Okay, let's, I guess, go back to this for a second while, Brooke figures your life out.
I think they have a van life community here where I'm at. I was thinking that maybe I can find work here. I was looking at job listings and stuff like that, and I've already signed up to like volunteer at like multiple places. Sorry, I'm moving everything around. I just took a shower and I feel so much better. Traffic really wasn't that bad. Traffic wasn't that bad. I'm trying to get this darn charger up. My feet do hurt though. I'm gonna let them air out overnight, which is probably the smartest thing I can do. Sorry, I'm trying to get my window covers up. I don't think I'm gonna need this sleeping bag right now. I'm gonna use it for something. You'll see when I get the light on. I can't have the light on long though because there's other van lifers here and I don't want anybody to know that I'm like a female in here. You need to be careful because people are creepy and you have to protect yourself. Not all of them. Just most. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Some. By the way, when I was driving up, my windshield wipers were failing.
She's spinning right
I gotta
now,
go
like in her
to
live.
Advance or somewhere tomorrow and get me a set of wipers. They're so deteriorated. They're so deteriorated that they're only like wiping half of the windshield, and I can't I'm having to like creep my head down like an old granny trying to look at the newspaper or something. I have to put my head a certain way and like squint my eyes a certain way to see through the windshield. Oh, maybe they have like maybe I should check Walmart first. That's probably the best place to check for stuff like that. And that's probably the best place to check for stuff like My gym was amazing. I need to put this up. I'm gonna have to cut this light out in a second. I got blankets under here I gotta get out, but yeah, I gotta be careful. I still have like cracks in my window so that I can see out. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm looking for a blanket. Here's my coat.
Yeah, allergies in September. In fucking September where everything's dying, you know? There's no like, isn't the allergy season in spring?
Oh, there's a sweater. I'll do that. Oh, I ended up grabbing that other big pink sweater out of storage. It's so pretty.
Well, I mean, like it'd be October. It's like the last day of September in this video.
It's like a Snuggie, but it's a sweater. And it's long, and it's an extra large. I can like wrap it around me. I'm fixing my bed. Ouch. If you're wondering what that noise is.
Take care, Scott.
SMR. Oh, Brooke beating the hell out of the mattress. Oh, come on, you son of a biscuit. Oh, these window covers, I need to rip them and shorten them because they get stuck in between the mattress and the door, and it's so annoying. I have to like tuck them and stuff in the cracks.
Alright. What can I do?
I had the best time jamming coming up, you know? I love music. I wish that we could play a lot more music on here. Maybe I'll get to where I can. I don't know. There's a guy that reviews music on here, and he's awesome. And I'm just like, well, how can he play music, but I can't? Whatever. So I'm
Probably just
pretty
unmonetized.
Oh, Lord. I washed my hair. I shaved my armpits, my legs. Yo, it was a grand old time. My feet feel better. I think they'll feel better. Here, I'll show you before I go to bed. Hold on, let's see if I can. There we go. TMI, I know, but it looks better. So you can see where I cut it right in the middle, and then I put a ton of that Neosporin stuff on there and stuck a Band-Aid on it while I drove over here. My feet look better too, but I'm gonna have to do another pedicure because this one immediately like feels so much. This one feels like 100% better, and then this one over here, it's fine. So they look better, but yeah, like when I tell you that they were killing me, yo. Like, I ain't never been something like that. Like, I've never had blisters like that in my entire life. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you were homeless and you don't, like, have a car and you live in anywhere, here's the thing, though. Even if you live in a city, the cops run you off. They don't want you, like, in the city. And there's nowhere to get comfortable in the city. So you would have to walk somewhere to, like, a wooded area or a park. Like, even parks, they come and they run the homeless off. So, in my opinion, it makes life 100% harder to be homeless, to find work, to be able to find a shower, to be able to cash your check, to be able to, be near a bank, things like that. To have everything all in one spot would be really hard, but also walking everywhere. I guess if you had a bike, you could make it work, but, I don't know, man. I understand why homeless people stink now. Like, I understand. I don't know. Like,
Brooks, like, I get the way of the homeless now.
Like that woman that sits out on the curb in Eden, she's been sitting there for 2 hours. 2, years. Here's the thing. I sat on concrete for 2 days and my ass is literally raw. Where my butt cheeks hit the ground, my butt hurts. Like, sitting on concrete for days. And, you know, here's another thing. In Madison, North Carolina, there's no benches. There's no, you know, gazebos you could go lay down in. There's no parks to go chill at. There's nowhere to sit out there. You either sit on concrete or you sit on grass. And so it was very uncomfortable. I mean, I sat on a park bench that was made out of this plastic, and I sat cross-legged, and I ended up passing out for like 2 seconds. I dozed off. I felt myself nod off, and I got scared and woke back up. I didn't sleep the entire time I was walking. And I had to do laundry like it was stinking. I was stinking. But here's the thing. Just doing laundry made me smell 100 times better. Like, I can usually make it a day or two without a shower if I absolutely need to and make it happen and not, you know, completely stink. I'll be fine if I have, like, baby wipes. Oh, God. Let me lock my doors. I just saw somebody walk by. Oh, they're locked. If I got, like, bare necessities, toothbrush, toothpaste, I can make it work. But being out there, there's nowhere to even, like, you go in McDonald's and brush your teeth, and they have a problem with that, seriously. Especially if you have a book bag on, they're already profiling you in places like Walmart and McDonald's. And I don't know, you wouldn't believe how hard it is to find somewhere to just, like, clean up for 2 seconds. And also, a lot of places don't have restrooms anymore because people go in there and die on drugs, okay? So, I don't know.
I don't know either, Brooke. Sounds kind of scary.
But my shower was nice. Sure was. I'm looking
Who
up
brushes their teeth
early.
at McDonald's? That's a good question.
I'm hoping that I can find some work. But also, I'm going to volunteer, so. That's what I gotta do. I gotta like make an itinerary for the evening and for tomorrow. Oh, what happened? Oh, this is the sweater that I'm gonna wear to bed. It's pink and fuzzy. It smells like cigarettes. I must have had it last winter when I was smoking. It's not bad. It might have been where it was in storage with other clothes. It's like one part of it smells like smoke, but the other doesn't. Yeah, the left side. Hold on, let me put it on. I'll show you. I'm gonna keep this freaking sweatshirt, and I got on Nike baggy pants.
I don't want people to see me, so I'm gonna do a fit check.
My old work jeans. I sold my damn rock revivals. I'm so mad. Remember, I was like, well, they're kind of baggy, and I don't really need them for work, and they're kind of weighing me down because I got so many damn jeans, y'all. And I sold them, and I got a good price for them. I mean, to be resold. So I was like, dang, I kind of wish that I had those now because I'm gonna be out here working and picking up damn trees and, you know, climbing up on stuff.
Did anyone see her pick up a tree?
Oh, God. Picking up debris, working with my hands. See how cute? You can wrap it up like a Komodo or whatever. It's got pockets and everything.
Can't you just see her picking up trees in this?
This is the one that's the brown one is a large. This one I like so much better. Y'all see how much better it's like bigger it is? It's like so comfortable, and it'll keep you warm. When I'm in here at night, I'm gonna put on, oh, that's another thing that I forgot. I don't know where none of my socks are, y'all. None of them. I'm about to search the back of the seats and see if I got a pair laying around. But like, what the frick? What the frick? Seriously. I can't win. Yeah, I don't know where none of my socks are. Maybe I have a pair in my book bag. Let me check that. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, where are my socks? What the fox? Where's my socks? What the fox? Where's my socks?
Da 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 da.
Cause there ain't no party like a West Coast party, cause a West Coast party don't stop.
These so many songs.
I got my tactical
Definitely
spray.
do a volume 2.
Spritz. My tactical spritz. Oh, I'm tired. I paid my storage bill. I paid my storage bill. I sure did. Thank God. Thank God. Let's thank the Lord. Oh, hey, Killa. Kaylee. Oh my God. Y'all, I need to learn how to speak English. I think this is socks. Oh, that's a shirt and tanning glasses.
All right, I don't know if she's coming back, but I think I'm gonna go because I've been going 3 hours, and I gotta find something to eat. And I'll be back. We'll do Tony. I bailed on the Tony stream last night, so we'll do Tony today during the day. Or maybe tonight. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe we'll look at Wendy as well at some point. I gotta grind out the last how many days do we have left in this month? 11? $11. 11 days, $11. So I'll be around, but I'm gonna go for a bit. So I'll see you guys later. Unless she comes back right now. She isn't. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Blah, 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 blah. Bye.